From the Never Forget Who's Who studios of Arizona, Arnold Allen and Billy Quarantillo crumbled under the pressure. Let's recap UFC Kansas City, get some news, phone calls, whatever. Let's go with the MMA-Holes! Welcome to the MMA-Holes live stream. Hopefully everyone is wonderful in the chat. There's a reason why I'm late. You'll find out in 2 seconds why I'm late over here. My name is Mystic Moss, King of the Dragons, and I am here. I am wonderful. I'm going to recap UFC Kansas City. We're going to talk about the fights this weekend. Blaydes versus Pavlovich. Banger of a fight going down Saturday. Crazy week, crazy stuff. Welcome to the show. Hit the like button if you haven't done so yet. Let's give a shout out to our sponsors over here, CBDX.com. CBDX.com, the Delta 9 attacked my sister-in-law live on the stream Saturday night. Let me know with ones in the chat if you were in the building for that. Hilarious stuff over there. So shout out to Monica and her high self. CBDX.com. The promo code is MMA-HOLES for 20% off. And like we've said before, this will get you high. So make sure you're 21 plus or older. And you get a free gift on your first order with our promo code MMA-HOLES. Yeah. MyBookie.ag. The promo code is MMA-HOLES for a 100% match on your first deposit. MMA-HOLES for a 100% match on your first deposit. Head Rush, 20% off. Head Rush, check it out. Links are in the description. Great clothing over there. Check it out for yourself. You'll love it. Wonderful. And Sheath Underwear, the best underwear in the game. Sheath Underwear, promo code MMA-HOLES for 20% off. Yes, we got links in the description to Sheath Underwear as well, and ESPN Plus. We have a link to that if you want to watch the UFC event this Saturday. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, how's everyone doing? Hopefully you're all well. Hopefully everyone's doing wonderful. I'm doing well. This has been over a week since I haven't had sugar. Well, desserts, cake, cookies, ice cream, all the fun stuff, donuts, not having any of that stuff. Got protein shakes, got a little bit of that, but that's about it. So, and I feel pretty damn good. So I'm going to see how long I can go with this. I'll let you know how that journey goes. Look at Jeff Molina. How adorable is he in the chat? Ladies and gentlemen, you ready for this? I don't know if you heard in the beginning of the show, there's a new studio name. I kid you not. D-Rest dropped $500. A new studio name. He's gone wild. The D-Rest is loose once again.
500 MMA-Holes, 500 we dropped on the show, 500 bills in the air, 500 shake it dairy, yeah. World domination, here we come. Here's 500 reasons why we crushed it. Boom. Greatest community in the world. Smoke that reefer, boys and girls. Sucking that green into my lungs, using bidets to clean my buns. Hanging with fight buddies throughout the night, watching UFC, enjoying some fights. Knockout submissions, decisions, and more. I want to rub MMA into my balls. Whoever dropped the 500 on the show, you're a legend. MMA-Hole.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, man.
The Never Forget Who's Who Studios.
So, we got a new studio name. The Never Forget Who's Who Studios of Arizona. D-Rest, my God, dude. I mean, that's why we were late. I was about to go live, and then I saw that in queue. I was like, dude, is this guy... This guy is wild. I tell you, man, we have the greatest community on the internet. There's no doubt about it. And D-Rest has been going bonkers with $500 donations. Every time a $500 donation comes in, you rename the studio. He keeps on renaming it. Thank you, D-Rest. Appreciate it.
Wonderful.
And thank you for being wonderful. My goodness. I'm telling you, no community better than this one over here. Thank you so much once again. Okay, let's get into some stuff. He blew it. Now, I was very happy about the co-main event because I had money on it. The biggest bet of the night went to Edson Barboza, and I didn't. When I saw he was plus money, I was like, okay, this is it. This is the one we're gonna hit on this one. So that worked out great. Billy Quarantillo and Arnold Allen had very big opportunities, and they both blew it. It's a rough. I could only imagine the day after UFC Kansas City, what was going through these guys' heads. They must have been incredibly upset with themselves, especially Arnold Allen. Like, think about Arnold Allen. You win this fight against Max Holloway, and you're next in line. You're right there. You are fighting for a belt. Whoever wins with Volk in the Yair Rodriguez fight, you're slipping in. And watching this fight, I thought it was very competitive. Max won. But Arnold, what was super frustrating as a fan was watching towards the end him pick up the pace, like sense of urgency. Arnold Allen started pushing forward, and it bothers me. And then when I saw a little bit of Dana White at the press conference, he pretty much said the same thing. He said it was his coach's fault for not, encouraging him to be a little bit more aggressive in this fight. Now, I don't want to take anything away from Max Holloway. The guy's only 31 years old. He is a G. Max is blessed. He had a great game plan. He went in there. Maybe he confused Arnold. Maybe by holding back, he confused Arnold a little bit over here. But Max had a good game plan. He executed. It went 5 rounds. He got the win. He got the nod. All 3 judges saw it in favor of Holloway. I still believe that Arnold Allen could have won this fight. I really do. I still believe that Arnold Allen is a legit top featherweight in the division. But after seeing what transpired on Saturday night, it's very tricky for me to say, okay, this guy's going to be a champ. He was my prediction for the end of the year. I would love to say, okay, maybe he'll fill in on short notice and something will happen and he'll get a title shot, blah, blah, blah. Or maybe he's just not a champion. Champions rise in those big moments, those big opportunities. Main event, Max Holloway, here's your shot. And he kind of flopped. He kind of fell short. Seeing him pour it on towards the end, very frustrating. Too late. You're not going to be knocking Max out there. Max doesn't get knocked out. Very, very frustrating to watch as a fan and someone that really believes in Arnold Allen. And I want to ask the chat, before we dive into the rest of the card, we get into Billy Quarantillo, the big win by Barboza, all that fun stuff. I want to ask you in the chat, do you think that Arnold Allen is just not as good as we thought he was? He was on a 10-fight win streak. Him and Tony Ferguson were the only 2 guys to not compete for the undisputed belt, even though Tony Ferguson competed for an interim strap. A 10-fight win streak is pretty insane. And to fall flat right at this moment, oof. I don't know how Arnold bounces back from this, but he's still young. I guess, 28 years of age? So I guess, never say never. But listen, you don't get many of these opportunities. You don't get many of these opportunities. So I'm curious to see how he does bounce back from this. He is, 29 years old. Okay, so still young, still kind of approaching into his prime, still a very good fighter, but I don't know if he's quite the champion. Does he beat Volk? Does he beat Yair? He doesn't beat Holloway. I mean, I think he could beat Holloway. I do, but let's see what the chat says. He was exposed, says Dakota. He didn't get finished by Max. He did not get, I guess that's the moral victory. You go the distance. You went the distance against Max Holloway. That's pretty good. That's, I guess that looks good. I really like Allen, but I never thought he was going to beat Max Holloway. That was his first time going 5 rounds, guys. He will learn to be back. So Ninja Choke seems like he's a little optimistic, but did not think he was going to take out Max Blessed. Zach Allen says, as a low kick and 1-2, I don't think he sniffs the belt. Maybe that's just me. Not sure yet, Moss, because Max stops everyone besides Volk, so he is just not on that level yet. Yeah, maybe this is a blessing in disguise, right? Maybe Arnold Allen's got to go back to the drawing board. Maybe he needed this loss before he had those big fights against the champions. Maybe that's the situation over here. But while we do these shows, I like to try to see into the future and say, okay, is this guy going to be a champ? I got knocked back. I got knocked back because I really did believe that Arnold Allen has all the tools to be a champion. I did not see a champion on Saturday. I didn't see, it's that it factor. And it bummed me out. And seeing the disappointment on his face and the mutual respect was great between the guys and the picture afterwards. But you see a champion in Max. Max is clearly a champ. On the way up, he was just snowballing into that champion. Whereas Arnold Allen, we might have seen the peak. Maybe this guy could defeat top guys, but not quite for a strap. Maybe he's got to get lucky and have the right opponent at the right time for a belt. I don't think it's over for Arnold Allen, but it's very tough for me to see him beat guys like Volk and Max. And think about this. Max is still only 31 years old. If Volk decides to go up, or if Volk says, okay, I'm going to call it a career, Max is still there. Can Arnold beat Max? I don't know, man. I don't know. Max wants Korean Zombie next, he said. Oh, my God. Max, this version of the Korean Zombie, is that really who he wanted? I love the Korean Zombie, but he is done. Moral victory, yes, but level difference in stand-up was insane. Yeah, I mean, Max, he really didn't have to do much. Let's look at the stats over here. Max kind of chilled. It got a little crazy at the very, very end. But, I mean, most of the judges basically had Max every round. Okay, let's look at this thing here. Here we go. We'll zoom in on this screen. Now, you look at the overall strikes. It doesn't really tell the full story because it is by round. But get nice and close to this. Whoop. I mean, you look at it.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Hold that thought. We got Sonosi.
Here the factor. He got starstruck and it was tunnel vision trying to outstrike him. He didn't use his wrestling nor went as aggressive till later trying deeper to preserve the gas tank. Bro did not utilize all his tools. Max mostly did.
Yeah, it was frustrating. It was really frustrating to watch. I'm sure Arnold Allen's watching tape and he's incredibly frustrated by the performance as well. But he went in there and he landed 80 total strikes. Now, it's a credit to Max's game plan. Max had a great game plan. He didn't come in super duper aggressive. He played it very safe, Max, for the most part. Max got in when he had to and got out. He didn't take any unnecessary chances. He really didn't get hit much. I mean, 80 strikes out of 229 strikes thrown, Arnold Allen landed 80. I mean, that's wild, man. 225, he landed 76 significant. Now, when Arnold landed, here's the thing. Let me pull up the scorecard, because I got to be honest with you, I feel like the fight was fairly close, even though majority of the refs had the first 4 rounds for Max. I still thought it was competitive for the most part. I think if Arnold Allen went in there more aggressive, kind of like what Dana White said, I do think this thing would have been razor sharp close, and Arnold could have gotten the nod. I mean, he clearly has power. He's a decent striker. He's got grappling as well. He's got a very good tool set. And maybe the moment was too big for Arnold. Maybe that's what was going on. Maybe he went in there, main event, first time going 5 rounds against a former champion and Max, a fan favorite. It could have been too much.
Yeah. Come on, get loud. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Coming in.
Come on, get loud. MMA-Holes in the crowd. Got MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
What do we got, D-Rez?
Here's the factor. Nice shirt, kiddo.
Thank you. I mean, some Italian gave it to me. Some Italian gave me this shirt. I don't know. Thank you, D-Rez. Appreciate that. All right, I lost my whole train of thought now. Thank you so much, my man. Here we go. Let's get back into this. So, yeah, looking at the strikes, looking at the stats, it looks incredibly lopsided. If you watch the fight back, I'm going to say it. Other than the last, 30 seconds of the fight. The last portion of that fight, it was nuts. It was bonkers. These two just like, okay, now we're going to fight. But majority of the time it was like a chess match, and Max just had his number. You know, Max was able to edge out rounds, and, you know, he didn't have to take unnecessary damage. It worked out well for Max. He was able to mix it up, the whole game plan. Looking at the leg strikes, 28 leg strikes, the body shots really took a toll on Allen. Maybe that's what slowed him down as well, as Max was ripping him 42 to the body. A very well-balanced fight, you know, just smart fight IQ, great game plan, and Allen didn't have anything. You know, he had nothing to really show that this guy could be a champion. You know, it's pretty incredible what Max can do and how he can dilute his opponents and how far ahead of the game he really is. I mean, he can adjust his game anyway and win a fight. Now, Max hasn't really knocked anyone out, you know, I mean, but he knows how to beat his opponents. Other than Volk. Volk's just got his number. Volk is the boogeyman for Max, but everyone else, Max can just beat him up, no problems. And Arnold going the distance, I guess, is a moral victory, but it bothers me, man. It bothers me because I really, really thought that Arnold Allen could shock the world and get in there, get the dub, and you know, fight for a belt. But after watching this version of Arnold Allen, what is Volk going to do to this guy? I mean, Volk would dismantle him. I truly believe Volk would fuck up Arnold Allen. Bad. You know? So maybe Max did him a favor. Go back to the drawing board. You know, work your way back into the mix. You're only 29 years old. Fix the mistakes. Be more aggressive. Seize moments. I'm curious to see what Arnold brings back in this fight. But yeah, it's a bummer, man. I want that mystical pick prediction, and now it doesn't look like. Not 2023, at least. So let's get final thoughts on Arnold Allen. I will open up phone lines since you guys were de-rest with the $500 donation. Of course, how could I not open up phone lines? So hop in our Discord, and we'll take some phone calls. We're going to go through this card quickly and swiftly, but let's get some... Uh-oh. Come out.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes.
He's firing away, baby. Come on.
Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd.
God.
MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
Volk makes tiny people proud.
He does. He sure does. Thank you very much. Wonderful. Thank you, D-Rest. Appreciate that. If anyone wants to drop a donation, hit the Streamlabs. You can play all those goofy songs or a super chat. Thank you very much. And by the way, the goal is getting higher and higher. We're getting closer and closer to our website goal, and it's all because of you guys. So thank you so much for the donations. Appreciate it. I do see he got aggressive and got dropped in the late fifth. No. So in the fifth round, he decided to say, fuck it. I'm not saying the entire fight, fuck it, let's swing like a lunatic and take this guy out. I'm saying more aggressive, more moving forward, you know, finding ways to engage rather than wait. Like there was a lot of hesitation going on throughout the fight. And I guarantee that the coaches probably wanted different ways. Now, you do have to credit Max as well for keeping him at bay. But at the end, I mean, they just went in reckless. Like, at the end, he was just like, okay, I have to knock this guy out now. So I'm not saying round one, go in there like a fucking lunatic, which he did at the end, which was fun to watch as a fan.
Gonna smash.
Not that kind of aggression.
Gonna smash.
Ninja Choke coming in.
I'm gonna beat everybody.
With the KHAMZAT.
I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody. I'm gonna finish everybody.
I'm gonna smash everybody.
Let's go, Ninja.
Holloway is a master. Volkanovski is a freak of nature. I was very happy for Max Saturday. The guy is going to retire one day with a bunch of cool records, I think. Dude is only 1 year older than Allen and has done so much already. Clinking beer mugs to the boys most.
There we go.
Hanging with the boys.
Thank you, Mr. Ninja Choke. Appreciate the $9 donation.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much, my man. The best. Thank you so much. Yeah, Max Holloway, when all is said and done, the guy's in the Hall of Fame. It's not even a question. Blessed. And we'll pivot over to the Max side of things and figure out what is next for Max, considering Volk just keeps beating the guy. He keeps on saying, though, that he does want to go back up. So I think he wants to get the 145-pound belt and then finish his career at 155, which is interesting. But I can't help but think that Max is just going to get battered at 155. You know, you saw DP. DP has his number as well. You know, it's not just Volk, Dustin Poirier. Every time Max fights Dustin beats the shit out of him. And I think some of these guys up there are a problem. Big problems for Max. So I hope he does find a way getting the title at 145. And then why don't you retire young, man? Like, I mean, you've done so much at this young age. You got a beautiful wife. You got, you know, your family. Get that belt at 145 and then adios. You know, I feel like that's the way, but I don't think that's the type of guy Max is. I think we're going to see Max fighting, and it's going to turn to like a BJ Penn thing. He's just never going to stop, and then we're going to just remember him as the guy that just keeps getting beat up. But right now, he's not that guy. Right now, he's still an elite 145er. So let's see what's next for Max Holloway. Max Holloway, blessed. Featherweights. Here we go. All right. So Max is sitting at number 2. He's in a weird spot, man. You got Yair versus Volk. Do you throw him back in again, the winner of that fight, when they unify the belts, and then the fourth fight happens with Volk? Because let's be serious here. Volk is going to beat Yair, right? Does anyone think Yair is going to beat Volkanovski? I mean, everyone's got a chance in a fight, I understand, and Yair looked great in his last fight. But he fought, you know, Josh Emmett. In this fight over here, he's fighting Volkanovski, who almost beat Islam Makhachev. Some say he did beat him. So Volk's going to win, okay? Max Holloway, do you throw him in the mix, or does Volk find a way to go back up to 155? Does Max Holloway fight for an interim strap again? Do they do that again? Like, what fucking happens? You beat Ortega, you beat Allen, you got Emmett there. That doesn't make any sense. A Sausage said that he called out Korean Zombie. Does that make any fucking sense? No, none of this makes sense. Max can't really sit idle. I mean, or maybe he could. Like, who do you throw at the guy? He beat up Cater. Does Giga Chikadze do something that's worth a fight up top? 145 is kind of messy. This is a messy, messy weight class. With Volk and Holloway in there, you have problems. Now, if Yair Rodriguez takes out Volkanovski, he could reset the division. He can do what Leon Edwards did at welterweight. If Yair can go in there and shock the world and take out Alexander Volkanovski, we could have a massive reset, and it would be very good for the weight class. It really would. I mean, if you're a Volk fan, you don't want to see that, right? But Yair winning does help featherweight. If Yair doesn't win and Volk smashes him, well, we have a problem. It's like the problem that's at middleweight with Izzy. You know, now that he beat Pereira. You got Leon Edwards that reset welterweight. Welterweight's interesting again. Volkanovski wins, he ruins the featherweight division. And it's not a bad thing. I mean, he's great. He's fantastic. But we want intriguing matchups. We want unique things. Now, if Yair wins too, Max Holloway beat the living shit out of Yair Rodriguez. So, I mean, maybe it's not that interesting. I mean, the other matchups get a little interesting, but Max Holloway beat the shit out of Yair Rodriguez. I would imagine the same thing would happen there again. Featherweight's kind of meh right now. It's on my low excitement level weight classes, featherweight. I mean, you got Volk, who's elite. Like, Volk is a G. He's the top pound for pound. They got him at number 2, but some can argue that he's number 1. So Volk is very interesting. But other than that, Arnold got exposed, you can call it. Holloway is Volk's bitch. Yair lost to Holloway. Josh Emmett's a fucking weird-looking vampire man. Korean Zombie's career is done. Calvin Kattar kind of got exposed, even though he can make it. He can make a move back up, but fights the top guys, he loses. Giga Chikadze got exposed. You got Ilia Topuria at 9. Topuria is a guy, couple of wins away, he might shake the whole damn division up. So maybe Topuria is a guy that we have to look for as some sort of saving grace for this division. But other than that, I mean, hey, look, Sadiq is still ranked. Maybe Sadiq Yusuf. Maybe Sadiq fixes up the back and charges up the rankings. He basically said that he could beat Arnold Allen in a rematch. Imagine that. Sadiq Yusuf moving from 12, rehabbing the body, moving up, taking the belt. Can we get that? Is that a possibility, chat? Are we biased? I think Sadiq can do it. I don't know where he stands on his injury right now. But maybe Sadiq Yusuf is our only hope to save featherweight. Don't say no, West Coast. How dare you? Get that man out of my chat. Get him out of here. Let's see. What happened to Nicole? You all right, man? Sadiq, no, get him out of here! Escort that man out of my chat room! I need a new guy, man. Arnold Allen failed me. 145, just fine, you Volcator. No, it's not, because think about it. It's not. My man's thinking about going up, tying up. What do we got? 400 interim straps at 145? Volk needs to go. We need to get him out of here. Or we need Volk to permanently move up to 155. Maybe 170. I don't know. We need Volk to go somewhere else. He's done what he had to do at 145. Stop fucking up the division. Look what happened when Mighty Mouse left. We need a little reset, a factory reset of featherweight. That's what we need. And even with Max Holloway there, Volk leaves, Max Holloway there. I mean, he's going to dominate. Like, you look down the list, Max beats all these guys. We got to get these guys out of here. 1 and 2. You got to get them out. Maybe Max moves up too. But what do you want to see? Volk just keep beating these guys over and over again? The good news is Volkanovski's not getting any younger, man. What is he, 30? How old's Volk? How old are you, Volky? He's already spoken about being very active because he knows he's got a small window, right? He's got to do what he's got to do. You know, carve his name into the record books while he's still relatively young, you know? But it doesn't. Why doesn't the UFC website have his fucking age? What the hell is that about? This is going to get interesting when we open up phone lines. But that is the tale of UFC Kansas City when it comes to the main events. The featherweight division's in trouble. And the only one that could save, he's 34? Okay. So yeah, you got a couple of years here where like a sweet spot for Volk. It doesn't look like he's slowing down. He looks great. He really does. And I'm not trying to shit on Volk. Volk is just that good. He's so good where the featherweight division is his bitch. Like, the featherweight division is Volkanovski's bitch. And what is he going to do to Yair Rodriguez? He's going to kill him. He's going to murder the man. Sound the alarms. Drop the ads. Watch out, here he comes with the wrench friend, heart soul of the holes, Mrs. Steely girlfriend. Time out, trolls, welcome to the dead end. Cock so big that you can't even comprehend. Bust and groan, making bitches moan on the timestamp throne while the chat room's stoned. Hold up, save the show, for the tales will be told about Michelangelo. Oof.
King of kings are the MMA-Holes.
Okay. First off, D-Rest, once again, you're the man. Thank you so much. D-Rest is like the king of the Monday nights. There's no other king of Monday nights like D-Rest. I mean, D-Rest has literally solidified himself as the Monday night guy. And he dropped in a 1975 donation, Michelangelo, former badass, always a badass, but he has passed on and he's not with us anymore. You can see the beautiful angel heads above me. I want to give you a little update because we reached out to his family to put his image on the Wall of Fame, courtesy of Sonosi. Shout out to Sonosi. his mom had a little speed bump with her health and had a stroke. So if you guys believe in a higher power, or if you guys just have some good vibes that you want to throw in the Anzalone family's way, and I think Dottie is doing better. I think she is doing better from what we heard, but she did have a stroke. So if you could send those positive vibes from the chat up there or just through the internet, and shout out to the Anzalone family. I hope Dottie gets better soon. That's all I hope, okay?
Wonderful.
Thank you for the reminder, D-Rest. You are actually
super chat.
a good human being. Nicole, even though you
No,
want to kill
boss,
everyone.
I'm not okay. Pale's cousin committed suicide Sunday and my daughter has been missing since Sat.
Wait. What the fuck? Pump the fucking brakes. Pale's cousin committed suicide, and my daughter has been missing since Saturday? Bro, what the fuck? Dude, are you kidding me? Dude, that's... what? First off, let me address the first part. I am very sorry to hear that. That's the suicide. It's a serious issue. Oh, Dottie's been transferred to rehab. Address Mikey's brother. Okay, yeah, we'll send him flowers we'll send her flowers and say from the MMA-Holes. Oh my God, dude, what the hell, Nicole? I'm very sorry to hear that. Wait, what happened with your daughter? I know this is probably gonna bring the whole fucking show down, but we're an internet family here, so if you're just jumping in for the first time, sit back and enjoy the tears. So explain, how is your daughter missing? This is like, how old is your daughter? That's crazy. And if there's any way we can, I don't know, if you want to like send us a message and maybe we can put out like a missing thing on YouTube if you want that. I don't know how we can help, but she's 21. Oh my God. That's crazy, man. Dude, Frumchus, what the fuck is wrong? You have to be retarded. Like, I mean, hence the name. But like, what the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Reported missing to the cops. Oh my God. Dude, that guy is like, what are you, a piece of shit? Like why would you say something like that? I don't understand what's wrong with that guy. That guy is like a mental case. Like, I don't know why you would say something like that. Anyway, Nicole, listen, I hope she left her car and phone at home after a fight with the family. Oh, fucking hell. All right, well, okay. Let me try to be as optimistic as possible. If she had an altercation with the family and, you know, she needed to blow up some steam, she's probably just trying to make you guys sweat. That's but let's stay as optimistic as possible. Woo! Okay, we'll send prayers that way too. Holy cow, man. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. That put a pit in my stomach. So listen, I hope you guys, everything comes together, and I'm very sorry about Pale's cousin. That's crazy, man. Whew. Damn, bro. Okay. Let's try to let's try to pull it back together here. All right, well, let's give Nicole a little bit of an escape tonight. Let's just do that, okay? The authorities are looking into it. So he's like, phone call. Bro, you guys are animals. All right, we'll get to your phone calls in a little bit. All right, let's finish up the phone calls. Damn it, open them up right now. I did watch the fight. Suck the picks. All right, well, listen, I didn't do too well either. All right, let's run through this card and we'll open up the phone lines. This is gonna be a little bit of a weird night, but listen, like I said before, if you are new to the channel, if this is one of your first times watching, we got like a dysfunctional family thing going on here, okay? We all have these crazy names in the chat and avatars and whatever, but there are a lot of regulars that have been around for a long time, and we kind of got to know each other a little bit over here. So that's just how we roll. If you're new to the chat, say hello. Say, hey, how you doing? I'm so-and-so. This is my first time on the MMA-Holes, or I've been here for a couple of weeks. Introduce yourself. Get to know the community. All right? It's a beautiful place. Most of the times we're ripping each other's heads off, but every once in a while, we have a heart. Okay. 14 fights on this card. I'm going to start from the bottom, and then we're going to pay attention to the top 2, of course, but there's a lot of stories that happened on this card. It started out a little but it is what it is. Jocelyn Edwards. How? I don't know how she's on a 3-fight win streak, but she won again. She won again by a split decision. Terrible. Just terrible, but congratulations. Gaston Bolanos got a unanimous decision over Phillips. Denise Gomez looked very strong and tough. She bounced back for a win in the second round with the ground strikes. Brazil was just trash. Let's see. Zellhuber. Okay. This kid Zellhuber is what, 23 or 24 years old? How old is this kid? This kid's 23 years old. This giraffe-looking motherfucker. He is very good. He's an extreme couture. He's got the Mexican heart, the Mexican pride. He's got the reach. The guy's a very smart fighter. He fought a veteran in Lando Venata and made him look stupid. Like, he looked very good in this fight. So I'm very interested to see what's next. As for Lando Venata, you got a Star Wars sounding name, and maybe you should get into movies or something. I don't know. Lando is a bust. Like, he's a fun guy to watch fight, but he is a complete bust. It just never worked out for Lando Venata, so wish him all the best. But this Zellhuber kid is someone to look out for. Shout out to Jillian Robertson. She's putting it together now. She got a submission in the second. No, not a submission. Yeah, she did get a submission in the second, right? Did I hit that one on the head? Yeah, it was in the second round. Okay. So, yeah, I hit that perfect. So, Jillian Robertson gets the submission in the second round over Piera Rodriguez. Piera, overrated. That's why I picked Jillian Robertson. We got the win. We got the dub. Jillian looks good now. If you look at Jillian's resume, she's got the fancy hair. She's got the look. She's from O Canada. She had a lot of speed bumps along the way, but now she's on a 3-fight win streak. There was a time, like, if you look at her resume over here, you're saying, okay, this girl's like, maybe she's not that good. But now she's put it together. 3 finishes, right? She lost to J.J. Aldrich March of 2022. Rear naked choke, armbar. She's doing what she's got to do. Now, that was a grappling, excuse me, but that was against Rose Namajunas. Okay? Grappling against Rose Namajunas, hits her with the rear naked choke. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I'm going to say 3 in a row. That's what I'm going to say over here because that's impressive to me. So Jillian Robertson on a roll. I'm interested now. I'm interested. She's 27 years old. Maybe she's hitting her stride. Maybe she could do something special. I don't know if she's ever going to be a champion, but I am intrigued. I am definitely intrigued. This fight over here is Zach Cummings versus Ed Herman. Hold that thought.
Wonderful.
Fuck it. I'm gonna go chit chilly on you all need to say bye.
Okay, thank you. I was this close. After I saw that $500 donation, I was this close to taking out Nate Diaz and putting in the death emoji. Like, I was going to put the DETH emoji in there. I was so close. We'll see. It might wind up in there. Thank you, D-Rest. All right. I don't know what he's talking about, but thank you. So this fight, I was not entertained. I got to be honest with you. Like, it was just 2 guys in there way past their prime. Now, Zach Cummings, he was on a long break, right? When was the last time he fought before this fight? Cummings was let's see, 2020, right? So there was a break with him. He bounces back. They fight him in Kansas City in front of his home crowd. It's a great story. He retired and laid down the gloves. He wound up finishing Ed Herman. Herman was like a mutant the whole way, and then Herman retires, and then we're like, is this the first time this has ever happened? I believe it is. Like, I've never seen 2 people lay down the gloves that just fought each other. It's crazy. So we got to see history over here. Herman retires, Zach Cummings retires, and thank you. Thank you for retiring, because I got to be honest, we don't need to see this anymore. Like, it doesn't need to happen. It just felt weird watching this fight between 2 guys that, well, especially Herman. Herman just, he was literally a punching bag throughout that fight. It was 2 guys fighting at a Waffle House. Yeah, pretty much. And I like a shit show. I like something to laugh at and, a slobber knocker and goofiness. But it just was uncomfortable for me. Like, I was just like, all right, when is this going to end? And then Zach Cummings put him out of his misery. They laid down the gloves. It was a really awkward retirement speech by both guys. DC didn't know what he was doing. He was probably getting yelled at by the ear. Producers were like, DC, you got to wrap this shit up. They're taking too long. Anyway, they retired. Congratulations to Cummings. 24-7-0. Not bad. Not a bad resume. Really, it wasn't bad at all. You got to finish on your own terms. You got to do it in front of your home people. So very nice story. He had his family there. Emotional moment. As for Ed Herman, you still can take a punch. Even though you got finished in the third round, you proved that you went down with a solid-ass chin. So congratulations to Ed Herman for doing his thing. He's been around for a minute. He's a fan favorite. And we move on. Brandon Royval. Don't know why he was on the prelims. He fought Matthias Nicolau. And here's the peculiar part about this. It was the second to last fight on the prelims. I mean, this fight, legit is a main card fight. I don't understand. Royval is a guy that's so exciting. Like, I love watching this kid perform. Even when he loses, he puts everything out there. He's constantly looking for a finish. When you're looking at flyweights out there's some exciting guys, but this guy, I put up right up at the top of excitement level. Love watching him fight, and he beat Nicolau. Nicolau is a solid, like, look at this dude's resume. Check this out. This guy, bro, dude, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Making me dance. $100 donation. What? Wow. Dude, what? Stop. What?
Death. Place a pale monkey because Washington State is awesome. Cough, cough.
Thank you. I don't know what the hell you're saying, but thank you. Holy cow, man. Yeah, we hit 6K. Oh, my God, dude. We hit 6K. 20K to put this website together. 6K. Damn. Damn, guys. You guys are the best. And D-Rest, dude, much thanks. Much thanks. You have no idea, man. We're grinding. We're grinding behind the scenes. We're trying to get this website up. It's in production. We saw the ground floor of it. It looks great. So we are putting all our eggs in this basket of this website, and the fact that you guys support this show and keep us going, it's wonderful, wonderful, baby.
Wonderful.
Thank you so much. Thank you, D-Rest. Every time those bombs come in, man, I completely... Anyway. Wow. Dude, what community's better? There's none. Can we get to 10K by the summer? Nothing's impossible. Damn, man. Dude, that's wild. You guys consistently blow my mind. I appreciate it. Now, if you can consistently hit that like button, I appreciate that as well. That's completely free. Hit the like button. We got 52, 116 watching. I'm like, how does it even work? It's a Monday night. Bash the like. Beat it up. Ground and pound it. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He was on a 6-fight win streak. Matthias Nicolau was just rolling. And Brandon Royval said, pump the brakes, bro. Pump the brakes. I'm going to put my knee through your skull. Gets it done. Finishes him. Very emotional celebration. I hope Brandon Royval makes another run at that belt, man. I hope he gets up there and kicks some ass. I really like this kid. I would love to see Royval as a champ. Nothing against Molina. Moreno or Molina. Moreno seems like a really cool dude, but I don't know. There's something about Royval. Run that fight back. Anyway, congratulations to Royval. Bill Algeo gets the job done. Apparently, he made some epic... dude. Oh, my God. Am I dreaming? Am I dreaming? This is happening right now. Go! Wow! Wow! What is going on here? Holy shit. Stop!
Actually, You have no idea when you part of the you know.
I don't know what you're saying, bro, but I appreciate it. I fucking appreciate it. D-Rest! Drop the D-Rest in the chat, or just drop D-E-T-H. Drop the death in the chat. My God. My God. Holy cow. Dude, that's wild.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Holy smokes. Dude, you have no idea. Listen, those donations help us out tremendously. It gives us a chance to do more of these shows and put out more content and do all this crazy stuff behind the scenes. So thank you so much. What do you think about Bilal? Remember his name, Muhammad, down a fight with Gilbert Burns because yeah, I did see that. Gilbert Burns said that he wants to slip in as the co-main event. He wants to save the Jersey card. He wants to save it, Gilbert Burns, and I'm all about it. Like, I think losing Oliveira versus Dariush, you need a co-main event, right? Let me pull this up here. Actually, let's do this. Events. By the way, the Blaydes versus Pavlovich poster. This is not the exact poster, but it's like somewhat like it. You can see it in the corner of our thumbnail. Dude, I think they switched up their poster people because their posters are getting better. This shit looks like a Netflix documentary on a murder or something, but I fucking love it. Something happened where the UFC is changing up their posters. Anyway. Sterling versus Cejudo. You cannot have Jessica Andrade versus Jan as the co-main event. You just can't. In fact, you might as well put Frivola and Dober there. At least you know that's going to be a banger. At least you know that's going to be a banger. But is it a co-main event for a pay-per-view? Like, can you sell that? MMA fans know what's up. MMA fans know that our boy Matt Frivola and Drew Dober are going to go in there and they're going to bang. They're going to have sexual intercourse right in front of our very eyes. Maybe not that, but they're going to beat the shit out of each other. And that's fun. This Evlov versus Bryce Mitchell bouncing back. I mean, interested in that. You know, the other fights on this card is interesting. What? Wait, I didn't even know. Wait a second.
Oh.
Devin's on this card?
Yeah.
When did that happen?
Come on, get loud, MMA holes in the crowd. Come on, get loud, MMA holes in the crowd. Got MMA holes in the crowd. MMA holes in the crowd. MMA holes in the crowd.
Firing on all cylinders tonight.
That one girl is my sister, I think.
Is that true? Can anyone confirm that? Is that true? I had no idea Devin was on this card. Okay. Intraku versus Devin Clark. So they're going to headline the prelims? As of right now, it looks like that's the case. Oh my God, Rodriguez versus Rob Schneider's on the card. Phil Hawes. I mean, there are some interesting fights here on the card. There are interesting fights, but we need a co-main event still. Even with Dober versus Frivola. I mean, that's going to be a fun fight. It's going to be great. And Jessica Andrade, anytime she fights, when you think about the female fighters, she's definitely very exciting. But, you know, she's coming off a loss. You need something. So Gilbert Burns is throwing names out there, and one of the names was Bilal Muhammad. And Bilal Muhammad, who's another very nice guy. But when you're running around with the Colby Covington shirt and saying you want to fight, I'll fight anybody, and then Gilbert Burns says, okay, let's fight on this card. May 6th, which is right around the corner. Bilal's like, I can't make the weight. And even if you can't, that's fine. But the problem is you're running around saying you want to fight everybody. What if the UFC would to say, hey, you know what, Bilal? Leon can't fight for a while. Fight Colby Covington on this card for the interim strap. You going to say you can't make weight? You know, think about that. Like, that's a problem. That's a problem right now. Like I don't know. What do you guys think? I know a lot of guys, a lot of MMA fans, shit on Bilal Muhammad, but this is kind of a step back. Gilbert Burns is like, let's fight here. Let's go for it. And Bilal's like, I would like to, but I just can't make the weight. It's interesting. Yearn to be pegged. There's a lot of people jumping into the comment section of the Luana interview and like saying all this stupid shit, like talking so much shit. I think those people enjoy getting pegged. It's so crazy because I don't know. If you go into the AIZZYest comment section I've seen ever is on that Luana comment section. Like these people they're way too involved. Way too involved. So go check. If you want AIDS, bring your popcorn over there and make sure you wear a lot of protection because you will contract AIDS by going in that comment section. I've seen some trans from Brazil or Spain better looking than most women around. What? All right. Anyway. So, yeah, we got a little sidetracked here, but yeah, this needs a co-main event. I think Burns versus Muhammad is very interesting, but that's not happening. So, shout out to Gilbert Burns for being a beast and trying to help out this card a little bit. This card, dude, it's a massive problem. If they can't get a co-main event on this thing, it's not terrible, but it will bomb. It will not sell pay-per-views. You mean to tell me Aljamain Sterling versus Henry Cejudo is going to blow the doors of the pay-per-view buys? You think people are going to go crazy at going? I mean, it's at the Prudential Center. You got some homegrown people there. You got Aljo, who is, New York. It's close enough, right? You got Matty Frivola from, both of them from Strong Island. I don't know who else is from the East Coast over here, and that's about it. Like, I don't know. Is anyone else from the East Coast on this card? I don't think so. You mean to tell me Frivola and Sterling are the only East Coast guys that they were able to find to put on this card? I don't know. Let me know if there's anyone else on this card. I don't think there is. Yeah, so I don't think they sell out. Shit, this is in trouble, man. This card needs a little help. Yeah, losing Benny and I mean, let's think. Even Charles Oliveira versus Dariush, it's a great fight, but does that like solidify, this pay-per-view being like great? No, it's not a very. What are you guys thinking about this pay-per-view card, man? Like, as a UFC fan, I don't hate it because we know some people on the card.
Yeah. Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd. Come on, get loud, MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
MMA-Holes in the crowd.
In actually, my sisters are Gina and Anna Marie, but family is family, just like the MMA-Holes.
Thank you very much, D-Man. Family is family.
Wonderful.
All right. Yeah, I mean, as an MMA fan, there are good fights on this card. Okay, I'm not saying this card sucks if you're an MMA fan. If you're an MMA fan, UFC fan, there are definitely exciting matchups on this card. But when you're thinking of a business, I don't think this sells out. I don't think. I think the pay-per-view buys will tank. I don't think it's going to really sell very well. So I'm curious if they're going to be able to slide something in a co-main event to make it a little bit like. All right, even as a UFC fan, right? So right now you have Grace versus Jourdain. It's not a bad fight, but like who the fuck cares? Evlov versus Mitchell is interesting. Dober versus Frivola, banger. Like, no doubt about it. Like, this, you could headline a fight night. This should be a fight night headliner. Frivola versus Dober. Like, this, I don't even know why this is on the paper. Throw this as a headliner for a fight night. I mean, make it 5 rounds. Go for it. That's what I think, at least. But Jessica Andrade versus Jan. Andrade is coming off a loss, even though she came in on short notice. And then you got Aljo versus Cejudo. Cejudo hasn't fought in 20 years. And Aljamain Sterling is fighting a former flyweight. I don't know. Like, is it worth $85? No, it's not. It's not. But the card has good matchups, and I'm not saying it's going to be shit fights. All these fights will probably be very interesting, but definitely not worth $85. When you think pay-per-views, you think, all right, blow my fucking socks off. Knock them off. Not quite knocked off. Pay-per-view wise. But like I said, no disrespect to Dober and Frivola. This fight is headline a fucking fight night with that thing. Because that's a banger. You know? But anyway, we'll see how this pans out. I think it will be a fun night. It's just the buzz is gonna be a little low. A little bit. So who'd have been walking around for 2 years, 160 plus? Why pay for free fights? At least still walking around at 155. My family sucks more than House of 1,000 Corpses and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Fucking woo. Woo. All right, let's get back to this card over here. Let's get back to, we'll finish recapping this card here, and then we'll open up phone lines. So if you want to call the show, jump in our Discord. It's completely free. Okay? You look for the little MMA-Holes icon, and you hit... Wait, hold on a second here. Give me 1 second. You just hit call the show. You stay in queue, and we'll take all the phone calls because you guys have been, like, super... Oh, this is... Okay. So our like thing is broken. Anyway, I'm going to take that off. The likes are broken. Keep on hitting the like button, guys. I see we got 66 over here. Smash it up if you haven't hit the like button yet. Really appreciate it. For some reason, YouTube, their API is not working. So I can't like get the likes or the views. I have no idea how many people are watching. I don't know how many likes. I have no fucking clue. So keep on hitting that up. All right, let's recap this puppy over here.
Fuck the dismissiveness. I am the rest.
Dude, we might hit our donation goal tonight. We might hit 20K. What? Come on. D-Rest drops another $100 donation. Woo! Let's go. Let's go. Oh my God. I mean, what? Rewind history and move back to the time where we're in front of Madison Square Garden, myself and Jesse. The little engine that could outside making people do stupid human tricks outside. You know, rolling the die of doom, giving out t-shirts, having some fun in New York, the streets of Manhattan. And here comes D-Rest trotting along, dropping the wonderful, wonderful sign, doing push-ups on the street, hanging with the boys, you know?
Hanging with the boys.
Fast forward 2023, April, and D-Rest is coming in, making it fucking rain. How about that guy? How about D-Rest? Thank you. It won't let me super chat, bro? Then hit Streamlabs. Hit Streamlabs. I don't know, actually... Just hit the $sign. You hit the $sign, you can super duper chat. Thank you guys, man. Appreciate that. If you guys want to donate, hey, man, I'm not stopping you, but death to all. Appreciate it. Yeah, Streamlabs is Nightbot. You can hit the Streamlabs donation, play all the silly songs you'll see in the description down below. Or you can hit the super chat. Thank you, Little Seal. Appreciate that. Yeah, he dropped the link in the chat. Thank you, guys. I mean, it's crazy. We got another kid on the way. We're trying to run this show. And the fact that you guys just like keep us going here, it's just like, it blows my mind, man. It fucking blows my mind. All right. Okay. Fucking hell. YouTube demonetizes us. Who gives a fuck? You guys keep us flowing here. Thank you so much. All right. Where were we? All right. Aljeo does a promo. I didn't hear it. So anyway, Rafa Garcia fights Clay Guida, dominates him, gets a unanimous decision. Clay Guida gets on the mic, and he hints that he's going to retire. I believed him, and says, nah, F that, I'm going to keep going. So he's not going to go out on like that. Clay Guida moves. He'll be fighting until he's 50. Pedro Munoz shocked some people over here. I wasn't super shocked, though. I wasn't super shocked. I did believe in Pedro Munoz being a live dog. I just was afraid to make that bet. I wish I did make it because he got the unanimous decision over Chris Gutierrez. He fought a fucking fantastic fight. Pedro Munoz is still a top bantamweight. If you look at the status of bantamweight, you can't count out Pedro. You can't. He's taken out these youngsters coming up. He fought well against O'Malley until the weird foul. But Pedro Munoz is still a top guy. The problem is he's getting a little bit older here, but he still can put together a win, and he's still a problem. So if you want to get yourself to a belt, you got to get past Pedro. And if the stars line up appropriately, this guy could be fighting for a belt. And if he rattles off another win or two, he could be fighting for a belt. So you never know with Pedro, man. You can't count this guy out. He might rematch O'Malley. Who knows? But Pedro Munoz had a very important win, and he climbed to 20-7. We'll see what's next for the former steroid user. How bad did Tanner Boser look? He looked horrific. Like, terrible. Absolutely terrible moving down this weight class. Cutelaba just ran him over in the first round. A must-win for Ion Cutelaba. He looked great. Tanner, I don't even know, man. Maybe Tanner was maybe he was completely overhyped. I mean, he's in limbo right now. I don't know what to do with this guy. Ion gets the win, and he stays on the roster. Mirzakhanov being an underdog in this fight, I found interesting, but I was still too worried to place money on him. And now in hindsight, I picked him to win, but getting the upset over Jacoby, even though Jacoby was turning it on late, Mirzakhanov did his job. He did a fantastic job. He fought a great fight, and Jacoby came on late, but it wasn't enough. Mirzakhanov gets the win, and he's got very limited fights, but he seems like he could be a little bit of a problem. Edson Barboza drills a knee into Quarantillo's head, and the man, Billy Q, co-main event, massive opportunity, and this lines up with the crumbling, like with Allen. What happened with Allen? It was a very big letdown performance. Edson won us money. I was very happy about that. You could see our little reaction to it on social. But Edson's still like the real deal. Like, Edson still got it. And he stayed composed. He stopped takedowns. Actually, let me look at the Fight Center. I just want to see the limited stats that were there. Now, let's pull this up here. Get a little closer. Right after this, we will open up the phone lines, friends. So if you want to call up the show, talk to the peeps, hop in our Discord, and we will get that fired up very soon. Thank you so much for the donations. Of course, we're going to open up phone lines. Okay. So, yeah, like competitive fight. Quarantillo was trying to get the takedowns. He was 0 for 2. So you can tell the plan was drag him down, grind out the win, try to ground and pound, trying to sub and break him. It's happened before in the past. We've seen Barboza get broken, and I think that's what Quarantillo was going to try to do here. But what happened was a knee slips through the cracks and almost killed Quarantillo. This guy, violent. Elbows, the knees, the kicks. Barboza just did work. And when I saw he was plus money, easiest bet of the night for me. But I feel bad for Quarantillo, man. I feel bad for this guy because he had a massive opportunity to make some noise, hit the mic in the co-main event, beat a fucking top-tier guy like Edson Barboza, a very dangerous dude, and he gets caught with a knee to the fucking chin. So, poor Billy Q. Does anyone in the chat think, what do you guys think about Billy Quarantillo? Is he just what he is? Will he ever pan out to be anything spectacular? Or, is he just, is he just Billy Q? What do you think about Quarantillo? Let me know in the chat. My man now is 17-5-0, but he's going to have a little tough time bouncing back from this loss. Don't care about Billy? He's popular on Twitter. It seems like he's opened up to the MMA Twitter people. So he's done a very good job of that. He's really good friends with Matt Favola. These guys are like brothers. So, there's a part of me that wants to root for Billy, even though I didn't bet on him. And I was celebrating obnoxiously. It's not like I hate Billy. It's just I felt like Barboza is just an easy plus money bet there. But Billy Quarantillo, let's look at his resume. Yeah. Oof. Ouch. Man, he had a massive opportunity. Think about it. The reason why I bet on him, too, in the beginning of the Alex Hernandez fight, he got his ass whooped. Even though he knocked out Hernandez in the second round, he was getting whooped. So, I mean, he could have been on a 3-fight losing streak. Actually, no, 2-fight losing streak, excuse me, because that was a grappling thing with Guida. But he lost to Shane Burgos, and now we see Shane Burgos in PFL. Is he that great? Maybe the UFC did the right thing of letting him go. Beat Benitez in 2021, lost to Gavin Tucker. You know, like he has this nice little win streak over here. He hopped into the Contender Series, got the triangle choke, beat Spike Carlisle. Kyle Nelson gets the right cross. Everything's looking great, and Gavin Tucker happens. I don't know, man. Quarantillo is what? How old? 34? Yeah. That's all I got to say, guys. I'm not going to say anything bad about Billy Q, although he lost. Super stoked to see Barboza get the win. Tough for Billy Q, though. Yeah, dude, Barboza getting that plus money still shocks the hell out of me. Every once in a while, the bookies just throw us a fucking layup. Like, they just say, here, I'm going to throw this right down the middle. Are you going to swing? And to those of you that swung and took that bet, but Edson Barboza, you got an easy one in that fight, man. That was crazy. I was shocked to see Edson with plus money, but happy to collect. Anyway, let's open up some phone lines, guys. So many stories to get to, so much stuff to talk about. We did an hour, and we're going to do the second half of the show with you, the people, the MMA holes. You want to call the show? Now's the time to do so. Hit our Discord, link in the description down below. I'm going to play a quick break. When we come back, we're going to get your thoughts on UFC Kansas City. We'll get your thoughts on the fights coming up this weekend with Curtis Blaydes versus Pavlovich. I'm leaning towards Blaydes. Let me see the odds on this. MMA. Where you at? Dun, 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 dun. Saruki. Oh, here we go. Pavlovich versus Blaydes. Where's Devin Clark sitting at? We got to get Devin back on the show too, man. Shit, man. Actually, no. Devin's on the Jersey card, so maybe I can get him this week. Man, you guys know I love Devin Clark, man. I love talking to him. He's so much fun. Let's see. Blaydes. Blaydes is a favorite. What do you guys think about the plus money on Pavlovich? I think Blaydes is going to win. But Pavlovich looks very scary. Oof. Hold on a second here. I think people could be jumping on that Pavlovich money. You think Pavlovich is a better underdog? I don't know, man. There's a reason why Curtis is the favorite. If it wasn't for Francis Ngannou, Curtis beats everybody. Maybe not Jones. I don't know. Jones is interesting. So Pavlovich lost to Overeem in 2018, and then Golm, Green, Shamil, Lewis, and Tuivasa. Guys. Who's the best person in this win streak? Think about this. Tai Tuivasa is not a champ. He's just a fun, shoe-guzzling gunslinger. Not the smartest of fighters. He just throws haymakers, right? You got Derek Lewis, who has... I mean, I love Derek Lewis. He's got the most knockouts in heavyweight, but he's not a champion. He doesn't have the heart of the champion, right? You got Shamil. We all know what Shamil is. He's just an old, weird-looking guy that... Borat. Wasn't he in Borat? Maurice Green. I mean, Maurice Green's a big, scary guy. He's a big, scary guy, but that's about it. He trains with John Jones. I don't know. Marcelo Golm. I mean, Blaydes is like... I mean, Blaydes lost to Lewis, so I guess you can throw that out there. I don't know if Blaydes loses to Lewis again. I don't. Curtis Khabib Blaydes. Pavo probably Muay Thai, the crotch sniffer. I mean, you're doing MMA math, right? Blaydes and Lewis. What do you think happens right now? Curtis Blaydes fights Derek Lewis now. What happens? Does Lewis knock him out again? I mean, he did fuck him up. He did. But we're watching Curtis Blaydes just get better and better and better. You look at the guys he lost to. He lost to 3 of the heaviest hitters in the UFC. But, you know, the Aspinall thing, unfortunately, it's terrible that he got hurt there. But he beat Chris Daukaus, Rosenstrike, Volkov, which was a terrible fight, but he still beat him. Dos Santos. He beat Shamil, too. He beat Overeem, which And this isn't, I mean, he beat Overeem back in the day, and fucking Pavlovich couldn't beat him. He lost to Ngannou and Lewis. That's it. Guys. I mean, if you're going to take the Pavlovich bet, good luck. The guy looks scary. But I don't know, man. All right, this will be interesting to talk about. All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to open up the phone lines. All right, so stand by. Thank you, guys. Hit the like button if you haven't done so. When we come back, we're talking to the Discord. Call us from all over the world. I want to hear your beautiful voices.
Cheers. Underworld of Legends.
Why'd you eat my bacon? Why'd you eat my bacon? Why'd you eat all the bacon? All right, guys. Let's open up the phone lines. Let's talk to the people. UFC chat from the Never Forget Who's Who studios of AZ. I want to ask D-Rest if he's still in the chat. Never Forget Who's Who studios. Is that correct, or is it Who's studios of AZ? Is it supposed to be Who's Who? I just copied it exactly how you said it. Let me know if that is true. Who's Who? Who's Who? The people want me to call in. I don't even know. Who are you? Why? For some reason, Moss's head always reminds me of one of the heads you would see in a jug, guys. Who is Adolf II? Who is that? Is that someone we're supposed to know? Yeah, call in. You won't. You won't. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Discord. Let's open this up. You won't. There's no way. I mean, if that person, I don't know if they're trolling or not. I have no idea who the fuck they are. But if they're trolling, I would imagine, I would bet my left nut they're not going to call in. Oh, hold on there, kids. It's soothing. It's such a beautiful. Okay. All right. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Call up. Call in. All right. So hit our Discord, find our icon, and call in. Stay in queue. We'll take all the calls. Sonosi, you there?
Yes, I am.
How you doing?
Oh, wonderful.
Nice. All right. Wonderful. What's on your mind, man?
So, first thing I wanted to say is, God damn, D-Rest, you're trying to catch up to me quickly with those donations. You got a couple 500 you got to keep going, catch up, but damn.
Yeah, tonight he went off the rails, man. It's nuts.
Yeah, I think it was like $700-800 I counted. Still not quite 1K, but he's getting there.
It's crazy, huh? Don't test him, man. Don't test him.
I want him to, but hey, it's for your guys' sake. I want him to beat me to help you guys out.
Yeah. Well, we shall see. But anyway, yeah, I can't believe we're at over 6K right now. It's nuts, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, but no. First thing I wanted to say is, Max is the Marab of featherweight for Volk now. He's cleaning up all the potential contenders now. He's battering them.
Yeah, I mean, right? He's not going anywhere. Y'all must have forgot. And he goes in there and, he does his thing. He does his thing on Arnold. It's crazy, right? You bet on Arnold too, right? You took a shot?
I did. Unfortunately, he blew it. But
yeah.
I thought he was going to use more tools. He didn't use the things I thought he would have used to help him win the fight.
Yeah, it was very frustrating. Very. I would love to talk to him about. I'm curious, what happened? What would he change? What went wrong in that fight for him? I'm very curious. Does he think that he kind of held back a little? Because it did seem like he did.
I think they both held back.
Oh yeah, Max. I mean, yeah, we've seen Max go balls to the wall in this fight. Max had a lot of respect for Allen. I did notice that. But it seemed like he didn't really have to do much in this fight. He just kind of waited for Allen to come in and, did whatever he had to do to outpoint him, and that's that.
I think Allen would have done better if Max would have done his typical aggressive fighting style more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But the fact that he didn't kind of probably threw him off a little, because he was probably expecting, okay, Max is going to go the typical way he fights. He's not. He was more passive, more counter-striking this time.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, I think the moment was too big for him. I do. Main event, 5-round fight against Max Holloway. It was just too much for him. And I don't want to discredit Max. Max had a great game plan. He really did. He went in there. He got the win. Looked solid.
He had every body part. He had legs.
Yeah.
Body was. I think he hit the body the most of all the 3 spots.
Yeah. He mixed it up beautifully. He really did. But Arnold looked like trash. He lasted. He lasted, and you could make arguments that maybe it was like 3-2 Max. You can make that argument, but 2 of the judges thought 4 rounds were Max's, and.
Yeah. But at the same time, people being like, "Oh, it's a moral victory. He survived 5 rounds." Let's be honest here. Max is not exactly a KO artist.
Mm-hmm. No, he's not. No. Yeah, he throws volume, and He does it well. He mixes it up nicely. He's a very smart fighter. He really is.
But yeah, but talk about KO artist. Barboza, you made me proud, man. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was...
Yeah, it felt weird that he was plus money. I mean, if you look at Quarantillo's resume, it's like, what? Why? Why is he the favorite in this fight? It made no sense.
Billy has like, listen, I don't want to discredit an MMA fighter, but I'm sorry, Billy's resume was kind of trash compared to Barboza.
Yeah, like it was really weird. Now, I mean, I guess you could say Barboza's getting a little older, but I mean, I don't know. I'll take that plus money any day.
I think it goes to grappling. I think that's why he was the favorite. Everyone knows that Edson's biggest fights are usually against really good grapplers, even though Edson does have a Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt background that he uses for defense more.
Yeah, and Billy Quarantillo against Hernandez, he didn't look that good in that first round against Hernandez. And when I see Alex the Great lumping up Billy Q, and I think didn't Alex come in on short notice with that fight? Maybe I'm wrong about that. But
might have been, but it's hard to say. I can't remember that fight so much. I just remember how it ended.
Yeah, Billy wound up winning, but he got kind of lumped up. And if he's catching that from Hernandez, all I could think about is what is Barboza going to do to this guy if he connects, you know? So
yeah,
we found out.
So I mentioned this during my stream last night that Edson has to be one of the most dynamic strikers in the UFC that people forget about. This is a man who can KO you in any way he wants. He's knocked people out with his fist, with his elbows. He's hit you with body shots, leg kicks to KO people, knees. The guy has made a finish in every type of way you could think of.
Yeah. His highlight reel is insane. It really is. Like people just going stiff.
Oh, Terry I think, or Id, whatever his name is. That poor man is always a highlight reel for life. That spinning kick that made him a statue.
Yeah. So Edson's 37 years old, man. It's crazy, man. Like how many years? Now, granted, he wasn't on the best run. Like I guess you see the Mitchell, the Giga fight. Oh, Dan, he was supposed to fight Sadiq. I didn't even remember that. Holy shit, Edson Barboza versus Yusuf. Oh my god, dude. That would have been
probably
nuts.
could have beaten Yusuf. Yusuf would have been fun, but I think he could have beaten Yusuf.
Yeah, look at the guys he lost to. He lost Khabib. He lost to Kevin Lee, Justin Gaethje. I mean, Paul Felder. Dan Ige, Giga Chikadze.
It does not look good.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking people.
I'm looking at all the red. I can see why people think, but there was a time when
they're
he was
good,
having
though.
a good streak going.
I got to be honest with you. I think all these people beat Billy Quarantillo. Like, nothing against Billy, but I feel Bryce Mitchell beats him. I think Giga Chikadze could beat him. I think Dan Ige could beat him. I think, well, Paul Felder, who knows? But that fight was close, I remember. Justin Gaethje beats him. Kevin Lee's the GOAT. Khabib Nurmagomedov, like all these guys beat Billy Q, and I'm not trying to shit on Billy, but like I'm just trying to say as a betting, someone that's trying to place money on this, I think all those guys beat him. So yes, it's a lot of red, but they all beat Billy too.
But that's the same as like saying someone like Cowboy Cerrone or something like someone like it may not be the best, but when you look at the resume just as a fighter, that counts too.
Yeah, for shizzle.
But I was going to mention, though, you mentioned, like, the next pay-per-view card looks unappealing. Listen, man, I'll still take that versus 289. 289 looks like trash.
Yeah, 289 is the Canadian one, right?
Yeah, luckily, Oliveira is added to that card now. That will give it some points, but it needs more than that. It needs another championship fight.
You don't want to see
something.
The trilogy? You're not down with the trilogy? I mean, Pena said she's going to win.
I'd rather watch Max versus Volk 4, knowing what's gonna happen in that fight. I'd rather watch Izzy versus Whitaker 3. I'd rather watch any trilogy fight. I'd rather watch Figgy versus Moreno 5.
I mean, I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't want to see this fight.
I've been waiting for this trilogy. I've been waiting forever for. It's funny. After the second fight, even though Pena looked terrible. I still thought that they have to do this trilogy. Let me say this, and a lot of people could get mad. I'd rather see this than Nunes versus Shevchenko 3.
Well, right now, especially, I don't blame you.
Yeah, I thought they were going to put that together, but Nunes Shevchenko 1 and 2 are terrible. At least Pena versus Nunes, the first one, Pena got the crazy upset, and then the second one, Pena showed up for a fantastic strike.
I mean, Nunes is on her way out. I don't think she has much left. She fights like once a year now.
Could you imagine Pena beats her again, though? Could you imagine,
oh God,
dude, like, I know Pena's going to be a massive underdog, but there's a part of me that wants to throw a couple of bucks on her just to laugh. And if any way, I don't think she's going to win, but dude, that'd be nuts. And then she gets all
first
autistic.
one was a fluke.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because you had the COVID thing. Didn't Nunes? She said she had like long COVID and shit. She probably didn't take it that serious.
I thought that she was lying and bullshitting like a lot of these people, but then we saw what happened in that second fight, and it's like, okay, maybe she was telling the truth.
Yeah. I have a feeling. Yeah, because look at how she looked in the second fight. Right, she looked fantastic. But then Pena looked. I don't know what Pena was doing in the second fight, but the way she was throwing together combos, it looked like me throwing a punch. Like it was crazy. Absolute craziness with Pena coming forward. I don't know.
You know what it reminds me of? That second fight reminded me of Kane versus JDS.
Oh yeah. Well,
because
yeah.
Kane was coming off of not being the best camp and stuff, and he got knocked out with that one punch.
Mm-hmm.
But then you saw the second fight, and then Kane murdered JDS for 2 fights. So it kind of has that same vibe.
Yeah.
Is what I'm seeing.
But the difference is they can throw punches, whereas Pena cannot fucking throw a punch. I don't know what happened to her in the second fight, but her combinations are comical. Like it's wild. Have you seen the second fight anytime recently?
I don't.
Run back to second one.
I don't want to do that, man. Please don't let me do it.
Watch Pena throw those combinations together. They're fantastic.
I don't want to see that. No. But you know what? There is another fight that's on there that will be interesting. Stephen Thompson is fighting on that card.
Has he got Pereira? What's it? Michelle Pereira?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's something. It's not the best, but I'll take it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Ige is going to face Landauer, but right now, I'm sorry. This is going to be the worst card of the year unless they breathe some life into it somehow.
Yeah,
in terms of pay-per-view. In terms of pay-per-view is what I mean.
Yeah, their website sucks, man. It's crazy. Like I'm trying to pull up the whole card.
The Wikipedia page gives me the matchups, and yet the UFC pages only has the main event for 289.
Right,
Tell me how that makes sense.
All right, here we go. So you got Oliveira versus Dariush. You got Thompson versus Pereira. Yeah, that is pretty interesting. Jasuda Vicious versus Miranda Maverick. Okay. Eric Anders versus Barrier.
That one I like. I like the Eric Anders fight. That one's okay.
Yeah. Belbita versus... Oh, wow. When was the last time Belbita fought? Holy shit. She's been out forever. She's been out since...
A lot of women fights on this card.
February of 2022. Man, she's... Oh. Yeah, everyone simps on her on... what's it called? Yeah. Everyone simps on her on Twitter. And then she's fighting that Maria Oliveira, who has got the great ass. Remember her? She's got a fantastic ass, this girl.
That's right. I'm just looking at this card. It's just,
You got Sidehead Schnell, Danny Ige versus Landwehr. Yeah, Ige Landwehr is not bad. Schnell Dvorak's not bad either.
It's okay, but this feels like Fight Night. Does this not feel like pay-per-view level?
Well, listen, I don't want to insult the Canadians of the chat because I love Canada.
Oh, I will.
But
fuck Canada. You guys can do better.
They have this card. It's filled with a lot of Canadian talent. So what do you expect, Sanosi?
You're right. I forgot. All the good Canadians have retired.
No disrespect to Canada. I don't want to trigger you guys, but let's be serious here. They filled it with a lot of Canadian talent. So, they'll sell tickets. But
who's the best Canadian right now in the UFC? I mean, all the good ones left or retired.
Best Canadian in the UFC.
I'm trying to think because I can't think of any right now. And I'm thinking like all the really good ones have retired.
No, there's some solid. We just saw recently a Canadian fight.
I'm sorry. What's his name? He's fighting Eric Anders, Mark Andre. He's probably one of the better ones.
Yeah, but we just recently saw a fucking top tier Canadian. I just can't fucking put my hand. That's pretty bad, man. I can't even think off the top of my head like who is the top Canadian right now fighter. Canadian fans in the chat, let me know who's your number one Canadian because I can't think of any good ones right now off the top of my head. Ever since the great Elias Theodoro died, I don't know. I feel like Canada died with him. I don't know.
I can't think of any current ones, unfortunately. Yeah. It's like, damn, that's really bad. Like,
That's weird, right?
I mean, there's Misha Shirkle. Oh, no, he doesn't count. Sorry. He's from Canada, but I don't think he counts.
Yeah, who's the top Canadian right now? There's got to be a prospect that's just kicking ass.
I mean, Patrick Cote is still around, I think.
Yeah, Mike Mallett's all right. He's okay. That's pretty bad.
Is probably the best one.
That's pretty bad that we got to go to Mike Mallett. Jean-Claude Van Damme, does he count? Yo, we're all
You
drawing
should
a
have
fucking John
We're all,
Jones.
we're all playing a game of figuring out which.
Dude, how bad is this? How fucking bad is this? Like, I'm having a brain fart right now. The chat is silent.
Is TJ Grant still in the UFC?
I don't think so. Not that I know of.
No. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of Canadian talents that's bad. It's like,
he's from Belgium.
Oliver Albin Molson. No, he left.
Yeah, Two Jones is not here. I think Little Seal.
Come on, someone who's Canadian.
I think Little Seal's Canadian. Little Seal, help us out, man. Give us a Canadian. Who's your guy or gal? I mean, Jasuda Vicious looked great in her last fight. She actually bounced back very nicely. But is she a top tier Canadian? No. I mean, she's a like a prospect that people were talking about for a while, but she did have that L not too long ago.
Alexis Davis.
Hold on. Hold on. Triggered, baby. I'm triggered. It's Mike Mallet. That's what everyone's coming up with. Damn, guys. Damn, that's bad.
Last 10 seconds of Max versus Allen was how I expected the whole fight to go.
Me too, man. But I get it's reckless. It was a crazy reckless. But I expected more pockets, moments like that of craziness, and we didn't get to see any of it. It was just like a chess match. That bored the fuck out of me. But anyway, so Michael Mallet is the great Canadian hope.
That's kind of sad.
Holy cow.
I mean, we just saw. I mean, Jillian Robinson's Canadian.
Yeah.
She's getting somewhere right now. She's oh god,
Yeah,
she might
she's
be the best Canadian right now.
that's terrible. Oh my god.
Sorry, it's like I'm trying to think of
see.
Canadians. Like, damn, there has not really been a top Canadian in like a decade.
Let's
God,
see.
ever since Rory and GSP left, it looks like they took the rest of the talent with them.
I'm
sorry, Canada. I'm sorry, guys. I was trying to figure out top Canadians, and I can't think of.
That's crazy, man. Like you really. Okay. All right. Top active. Like top active.
Everything is gonna show GSP.
Yeah, I know. Let's see. Best Canadian fighter is Tapology. Here we go.
This should be a new bet. This should be a new bet. Look at each country.
GSP. GSP. TJ Grant. Roy McDonald. Oh my goodness, man. Jimmo's dead. Yeah, Jimmo's dead.
Like I said, all the top ones are like Patrick Crute is I think gone. So yeah,
oh my
half
God,
of them
dude.
are dead or retired.
John McDessie is number 7.
Oh dear. Really? Oh, Nick the Promise Ring. I forgot about him.
Oh my God.
He's a top 10. Oh dear.
Oh my God. Canada.
The body snatcher. That's right. I forgot about him too.
Think about it. Remember when it was Canada versus Australia in the Ultimate Fighter, the Theodoro season?
Hominick. There we go, Mark Hominick. I mean, no, he's not in the UFC anymore, but that was a man that was good.
Yeah. You know who had a lot of promise, but he just lost? Who was the baby face that was in the Ultimate Fighter from Canada? He looks like Justin Bieber. He just lost, but the guy was on a good roll. He's got such a baby face. I can't remember his fucking name now. But he lost. So
he probably wasn't that good if I can't remember.
No, he's good. He's good. Like he's a solid young fighter. He was in the Ultimate Fighter at like 21. Like he was super young. Oh, fuck. I can't remember. Oh, what the hell's his name? All right, who's going to get this in the chat? Canadian fighter. He's mistaken for Justin Bieber. He's actually pretty jacked now. He just lost his last fight.
I'm sorry. Sausage had the best comment. All the good Canadian fighters go to hockey.
Shit, someone's got to get this guy's name. Why can't I remember his name? Oh, it's driving me nuts. It's going to drive me nuts. Anyway, yeah, so Canada's tough.
I'm going to go because otherwise we're going to focus on Canada, and I know you have a lot of
I'm going to shit on Canada. All right, thank you.
Yeah.
Sonosi coming in. Oh, boy. Oh, my God. What's his name? Not Ronson. Oh, you know, Mercier, but he's not. He's in the PFL, but he's a champion over there. Mercier was such a bust, though, in the UFC. You know? He just, I mean, maybe now in the UFC, but you know he's juiced up. Mercier is probably on something. What the fuck is his name? This is gonna drive me nuts. He looks like Justin Bieber, and I can't fucking remember. Anyway, if you want to call the show, hop in our Discord. It's super simple. Actually, it's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put in our Discord. I'm gonna say, "Call me." Okay. Call me. And once you see the little MMA-Holes icon, you could right-click it or just click on it. Hold on, let's see. How do you do it? Okay, you right-click it, and just hit call. That's it. And you'll sit in queue. Just right-click the icon, hit call. Oh, Jess is here. Jess, how you doing?
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Jess, they were making it rain tonight.
I heard.
Yeah, they were making it rain, especially D-Rest. Nuts.
Yeah.
If they are on their phones, how do they do it? I always forget that. On a computer, you right-click it, but...
Let me just double-check for you real quick. So if you're on Discord on your phone...
I can't believe I forgot the kid's name.
Oh, you just click the profile picture, like if you're like looking at the chat, just click their profile picture and then just click voice call.
Oh, okay. Oh, so you just click on it. You just click on the icon. It's super fucking simple. You click on the MMA-Holes icon, you hit call. If we don't pick up right away, you're going to be in a queue, so check this out. Okay, hit voice call when you see our icon over here in our Discord.
You left that in the news section, by the way.
But, oh, did I?
Yeah.
How did I do that? Oh, okay. Here. Call me. Okay. All right, so I have call me here. In the side, you can see on the side, this section over here, you're going to be in queue, so we'll take your calls, okay? All right, we're ready. Who else we got here? I'm going to try to take this in order. All right, let's see. I think Manny came in first. Manny, you there? Why can't I remember this dude's name? It's going to drive me nuts.
He's muted.
Manny C.
You're muted, bro.
Going once.
Look, his mute is on.
Going twice. You're out of here. Manny C. How dare you? Let's see what we got here. Johnny Walker. Kevin from Chicago. You there? Kevin from Chicago. You there? Going once. Going twice. You're out of here. And the knitter. Are you?
Hello, Chris.
How you doing, Ann? How's it going?
I'm doing good.
You sound tired.
Doing good.
Just sleepy.
Oh, wonderful, wonderful.
Nice.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Okay.
Yeah. Long work day.
Oh, okay. Well, now you got your feet up. You're kicking back. You're watching little MMA-Holes. What'd you think about the fights this weekend?
I didn't mind them. I thought I don't know. I thought, like, with Alan, too, like, but Sanosi said that he'd fight a little bit differently. And, yeah. I was like, dang. Max just, like, outdid him.
Yeah, Max looked good. He did. He's still here, Maxie. He's still here to party.
Yep. Oh, my dogs are fighting now. Yep. I should have just gone ahead and gone with Max.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah, I should have too. You know, I was thinking about it afterwards. I was like, if I was just like, I picked Alan to be the champion by the end of the year. So I was all in. I had nothing to do with it. Like, I had to go for it, right? But a logical way of picking Max all day. It made all the sense, you know, pick Max Holloway, especially winning by a decision. It seemed like a layup pick for Max. Solid performance.
Yeah, it made Alan look like.
Yeah, Alan looked like. I mean,
he didn't look the same at all. I don't know. Maybe it's like you guys said. He was just like too much, too big.
Yeah.
You know, too fast. Maybe 5-rounder. I don't know. He just didn't look the same.
Max is too. He's too Hawaiian. That's what it is.
He's too Hawaiian.
That's right. He gets laid too much.
It's just crazy.
Max gets laid too much. That's why he won it.
I know. That's it. He gets laid all the time.
That's right. That's right, Ann. Anything else on the card you interested in? Barboza, a little of that, and a little.
Yeah, oh God, I don't know what I was thinking either on that one either. I don't know why I went against Barboza. That was stupid too.
Oh my gosh. Well, Billy Q, I mean, I get it. He's the shiny, newer fighter coming up. You know, he does have the grappling. I'm trying to help you out, Ann. I don't know why you picked him either.
Not either.
He's Matt Favola's bud. You know, he's good friends with Matt, so steamroller.
Oh, I guess I'll just do better next time on picks. I didn't do too good.
No,
Yeah.
it was a tough night. It was a tough night. Not easy.
Yeah, seems like I do better with. You always do better. I always do better with the pay-per-views.
Yeah. You know what you
Seems
need to
like-
do? You need Mike to give you a nice foot rub while you're making your picks. What do you think about that?
Yeah, there you go.
That's
Rub
right.
those feet in.
Or a pussy rub.
Yeah.
Whatever. You need Mike to give you a good pussy rub while you're doing your picks. That might be better than the foot rub, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. All right, Mike. If you're listening,
Oh
Mike.
no! My dogs are going nuts now.
Is Mike rubbing
My
your
dog's
pussy right now?
horny now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going for work. He's had a lot of jobs to go out and do and get. Hopefully, we got leads, so hopefully that means people will like us and hire us. So,
Mhm. All right. Well, Ann, listen.
I hope. I'm sorry.
You said it all.
Sorry, the dogs like it's a long time start
Yeah.
acting up every time you freaking call.
Yeah, well, they're big fans. They're nervous, the dogs, you know?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't
That's all right.
know better.
It's okay.
3 dogs now. They're kind of noisy.
You have stairs?
And
You have
my
stairs?
youngest one, is always horny and humps.
Oh, that's nice. What? Do you have stairs? Ann?
He takes
Yeah.
after you, Chris.
Well, I like that.
Whoa.
You know, your next animal, you should name after me. I think you should name it Mystic Moss. What do you think, Jess? What do you think? Right?
I agree. I think that's a great idea.
Come here, Mystic Moss.
Yeah,
Sit,
that's
Mystic
a
Moss.
great. Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go,
Oh.
Mystic Moss.
That's right. Yeah. The horny one. Name the
But you
horny
know
one
what-
after me. All right. All right.
That could
Ann.
be his nickname. There you go.
That's right.
There you go. That'll be his nickname.
Okay.
Carmel's nickname will be Mystic Moss.
Okay. I like it. It's done. It's deal. All right, Ann. Listen, enough flirting.
All right.
We have to move on, okay?
Stop it. Anyway, all right. Love you guys.
All right,
love
we
you,
love you
Jesse.
too.
Love you, Chris.
Is Ann. Look at that. Wow. Did you know, Jesse, anytime a female is on the phone or on a Skype interview, if I say anything about vagina boobs, I'm immediately hitting on them. Did you know this?
Really?
Yeah, yeah. It's,
I didn't know this.
according to our comment section on the Luana interview, I am severely hitting on my guests
You know
if you're
why?
female.
You know why they're saying that is because
Yes.
they probably wish they were in the position to be commenting on her boobs.
Oh, yeah.
in
Well,
that
I mean, I don't
interview.
blame them. Anyone wants to get a little piece of N.H.'s boobs, you know?
So they get that envy out on you.
Yeah. It's so fucking retarded.
Oh, good.
Let's see who else we got here. We got Comic Unicorn. You there?
Yes, sir. I'm right here.
How you doing, buddy?
Oh, I'm doing well. I'm doing very well.
Okay.
And is Jesse? Hold on. Is Jesse still there?
Absolutely not.
Well, okay. The reason why I ask is because our boy Izzy got the job done. Let's fucking go, baby.
No, baby. Let's go. I was so. You have no idea. I had like a heart-stopping moment in a good way when I saw him knock out Alex Pereira. There was no better, no sweeter moment than that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, even before the fight, my heart was racing. I was feeling a little sweaty. I even had a plastic bag right in front of me in case I needed to throw up, and that's how bad it was.
Yeah, I probably should have.
But anyways, the
prepared
fight
for that.
happened. He was just on, man. And I said on the show that if he doesn't get Alex out of there early, they was gonna have to wrestle. Didn't come to that, and the ending that's the most perfect way to settle a score, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's unfortunate because he's had 3 losses before to Pereira, so I understand like a lot of the Izzy haters they're not really like letting him have it because technically speaking it's not evened out yet, and I get it. It's their leg to stand on, but at the same time, I mean, I don't know. Like, I feel like just give it to. He was exposed in the fight before this one, and then in kickboxing, he rocked Pereira. So it was clear that Pereira wasn't like this god in Izzy's life. He just had to find him at the right moment and you know, catch him, and that's exactly what he did. So I wish more people kind of like gave this win to him without trying to like, you know, be like, oh well, Pereira still won 3 fights, but whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, well, listen, the reality is people are always going to find a way to hate on Izzy, whether it's, you know, some of the fights he's had, his personality, you know, they're always, you know, his fashion sense, the way he talks, like they're always going to find something to hate on about him. And even with these fights with Pereira, I mean, for me, Izzy has always been the more skilled fighter, but Alex is bigger. He's powerful. He's technical himself. And yeah, like you said, Izzy had his moments in all of the fights.
Yeah, 100%.
He should have won the first fight. He should have won the first fight. I rewatched it many times. I thought he won the first and the third round in that fight. Even Alex looked surprised when the decision was announced. Second fight, he got reckless and he got caught for it. Third fight, if there had been 5 more seconds left in that first round, that would have been it. And then the fourth fight, that's what happened. You know, it's that same exact situation, that same right hand that has caught Alex over and over and over in all of their fights. But this time there was no referee, no bell to save him. And I mean, he left him frozen like Elsa.
I bet he had a lot of Bud Lights after the fight, Jess. What do you think?
Oh, Moss.
He looked great. You know, as much as I rip on Izzy, I can't go like that performance is like, dude, the only thing better is if he just dropped the mic and says, hey, I'm done. I'm retiring. And he left on that note.
Why would he retire?
No, I'm saying like that's literally like the end of a movie, right? He's not going to retire. He's still in his prime.
Oh, you're saying like
no, he'll still kick ass.
Entertainment-wise.
But I'm saying, yeah, like, could you imagine if he fucking does that? He beats the boogeyman.
Yeah.
He already wiped out the division, and he says, that's it. You literally have the movie right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
It's right there.
I mean, his entire career is a movie, to be honest. And I could go on and on and on about Izzy's accomplishments and his resume. But there's other things that I wanted to get to talk to. I'm still super happy that he got the job done. And, you know, I'm always ride or die when it comes to him.
Yeah.
For sure.
Listen, the guy's good. There's no way around it. And to take that win, to get that win against Alex Pereira is just, that's it. Like, no matter what he does from this point on, like, he did it. He got that win back.
Yeah, that was like the pivotal moment in his career.
Yeah, it's great. So now anything else is added. It's just extra gravy. That's it.
Exactly, you too. Exactly.
Do you think that Alex? So Alex is talking about going up. They're not going to give him an immediate title shot, right? It seems like Dana White's kind of straying away from that. But if Alex finds a way to get the light heavy, do you do the trilogy? Does Izzy go up there and chase Alex for that belt?
No.
What do you mean no?
Because here's the thing. I personally listen. Izzy's not an idiot. Okay.
He's an idiot.
He's not idiot.
Oh, okay.
All right. He beat Pereira. He did the job that he had to do. He understood after 3 fights exactly how he had to get Pereira.
What other chance are you going to get to get a double champ, though?
But he went to light heavyweight once with the intention to kill. And he was destroyed at light heavy.
But he's not going to get wrestled.
You don't know that.
You think Alex is going to turn to Khabib?
I think it's very possible. Look who he trains with.
I'm telling you right now.
Teixeira in his corner every time. Forget it.
I say lock it up. If Pereira wins that belt, Izzy will go up there and do what Alex did to him.
Izzy will not be moving to light heavy to fight Pereira. I'm not saying he's not going to go up to light heavy again.
He will.
I'm saying it's not going to be to fight Pereira.
Okay.
The Pereira saga is I think pretty close to over.
All right, what do you think, Mr. Unicorn?
Well, it's a big what if, right? Because Dana already said that he's going to have to, you know, beat a real guy. So he's going to have to fight somebody in that top 5. And, well, if you look at the top 5 in that division, none of them are gimmies. I mean, the only fight there that I can see him maybe winning is maybe against Anthony Smith. He's got a chance there with that matchup. I know a lot of people have also been saying that he has a chance against Jamal Hill, and I do believe that's a 50-50 fight. Him and Hill, him and Blachowicz is also 50-50. The worst possible matchup for him is Ankalaev. If he goes up against Ankalaev, I really don't see him winning that fight at all.
No, I agree with you. Yeah,
the way he fights, I mean, his hips are so square to the opponent, so unconventional, which is great for his style, the way he's implemented it in kickboxing. But I mean, that's just begging a wrestler to take him down at that point.
I tell you, an orgasmic matchup for me is Pereira versus Yuri Prohaska. It just,
I like that a lot.
It's such a good
matchup.
Fight.
I love it.
That'd be amazing.
I would love to see that matchup.
Yeah, I hope Alex finds a way to fight Yuri, because that is just, dude, take my money.
Yeah, there's a story too, because Yuri beat his master Glover, and so now the student is going to try to avenge the master. So 100%, I would love to see that fight.
Yeah. So what else you got?
Well, this weekend, I already mentioned it in the chat, but I was super happy to see Edson get the job done. I knew that in order to beat Billy Q, he had to finish him early, and I think that's part of the reason why he was an underdog, because Billy's the type of guy who he gets stronger as a fight goes on, and we've seen in the past when people grapple against Edson and they have success, he does start to fade and gas out. But Edson just didn't allow that to happen.
No.
And man, that knee really reminded me of when he knocked out Beneil Dariush. It was kind of different situation, but it was still similar. You know, perfectly timed knee, and I'm a big fan of Edson, so that was fun though. That was amazing.
It was good to see a little vintage Edson out there, you know? It was good to see that, you know, and he stopped a couple of takedowns, which was good. But yeah, you're right. If this started going later in the rounds, it does favor Billy, sure.
I was kind of shocked, because I was expecting to see halfway to retired Edson.
Not me, man.
That's who I was expecting to see.
Not me, man. This seemed clear as day, man. Edson winning this fight.
Yeah.
It seemed like it
He's
just
still so fast too.
Yeah, you can't just look at all those reds and say, "Oh, look at all these losses." You got to look at who he fought, and then think about Billy's competition, and then think about Billy's last fight, where he was getting lumped up in that first round. And if you're getting caught by Hernandez, I'm not saying he's a bum, but if you're getting caught by that guy, what's going to happen if Edson clips you? That was all that was going through my mind. If Billy gets hit, he gets hit to get those takedowns, and Edson catches you, you're done, and that's what happened.
Yes, sir. And it was just nice to see an OG get the job done. And speaking of an OG, I know it's kind of weird to call him an OG. I mean, Max Holloway, he's been in the UFC for such a long time now that I guess you have to call him an OG. I mean, Max did what Max does, you know, pour the volume on his opponents, overwhelmed them. Although he didn't really. It wasn't a super overwhelming performance, but it was a really smart game plan. And it's just nice that Max was able to get the job done and remind everybody that, hey, you know, I'm still here.
You know, Max is kind of like another form of featherweight in Jose Aldo. Jose Aldo did everything so young. And even like to this day, like you look at his age and like, this doesn't make any sense. This guy's been fighting forever. I think that's going to be Max too. Like Max started so freaking young. He won a title so young and everything like that. And here he is at 31 years of age that he can completely just revamp his career and make take another shot at the belt. It's pretty wild what Max could do, you know? I'm just fearful of Max moving up again. I don't know. What do you think? I mean, I know he's a big guy for 145, but I feel like 155 is a problem.
Yeah, I agree. 155 is a problem. I mean, I'm trying to think. After this fight, a lot of people were saying, "Oh, I would love to see Holloway go up against Justin Gaethje or a rematch with Poirier." And I look back and I think, I don't know about that, man. Justin Gaethje. I mean, if you look at the Justin Gaethje that fought Rafael Fiziev the way he did, if you look at Justin Gaethje and his vicious leg kicks. Which is something that Max doesn't typically do. He doesn't typically check leg kicks. And then you also look at the power that he has. I mean, he did get rocked by Poirier when he fought at 155. Those years, I think it was 2019. I would pump the brakes on 155 for now. Maybe when he's older and or if he manages to get the belt back, maybe consider 155. But I mean, after seeing him do what he did to Allen, I mean, I don't really see it. I mean, I don't know, because it is kind of weird that he's kind of in limbo right now, but I think he should stay at 145.
Yeah, Poirier's daddy. He submitted him the first time at 145. Then, they're like, let's dance at 155. And Poirier beat the shit out of him at 155. Poirier is just daddy. Like, I don't think, Max can get that win with him. Some other guys you could make arguments, but like you said, with guys like Gaethje's fighting way smarter. He's not as reckless as he used to be. He's pulling back a little bit, pick and choosing his striking, and he's still got power. And a smarter Gaethje is very dangerous. I don't know. After that Fiziev fight, though, I don't know if Gaethje will ever be a champ. I mean, we need the right circumstance to happen. I don't see him beating Makhachev. So, like, Gaethje's just going to be sitting there, gatekeeper, waiting for these guys to come in, and he's going to be fucking those guys up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can definitely see that happening. And lately, we've seen this sort of a little bit of a trend where the old generation has kind of turned down the new generation for now. Like what we saw with Rob Font against Adrian Yanez. That one shocked me, And then you also had Beneil Dariush beating Gamrot. So these older guys, like they're showing the newer generation or the upcoming talent that, hey, we're still here and we're still to be reckoned with.
Yeah, it's funny because not too long ago, it was the youngsters taking out the OGs, and it was getting disgusting after a while. I'm like, well, I guess it's the passing of the torch, and now it's like pump the brakes. OGs are still here. So, yeah, it kind of just switches back and forth. Sometimes we go into pockets where the young kids are doing well. Now we're in a pocket where the OGs are like, whoa, pump the brakes. It's fun, man. That's what makes the sport so great.
Yeah, for sure. The unpredictability of the sport is just something. It's unbelievable, man. I've never truly gotten over it.
Yeah. Do you have any jokes for us, Comic Unicorn?
Oh man, I can't really. Well, I guess a joke, not really, but I just wanted to say some advice for all the Izzy haters or the Alex fans, or not even Alex fans, the Alex meat writers. If it makes y'all feel better, y'all can go back and jerk off to the last 3 fights. That makes y'all feel better.
Oh, good douche. All right, thank you. Appreciate it. I'm going to go jerk off to him. Thank you. All right, get out of here. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you seize the moment? Well, you guys have your right to say that.
I guess.
Izzy did his thing. What else do we got here, friends? What else do we got here? Oh, we got a donation slipping in.
Wonderful.
The gorgeous Vishwana.
My sweet baby boy shot him 3 times with imaginary arrows. Those are symbolic victories, and now he's well ahead in the body count. Come, my prince, to your sweet Indian goddess. I got what you need. My nephew Patel is in town.
I can't, dude. Oh my God. Today I was listening back to one of the streams with Vishwana, and I'm like, how long do we ride with Vishwana? I'm like, do we change it anytime soon? And I don't think so. I think people love Vishwana.
Yeah, I agree.
Right? She's such a beautiful
I think
woman.
Vishwana is here to stay.
Okay. Let me know in the chat. Should we keep Vishwana? Okay, what do we got here? Kevin? Kevin, you there?
Damn it, Kevin.
This guy. This fucking guy. All right, you're out. Who else
2
we got
times
here?
in a row?
What are we doing here, Papa? What are we doing? Damn Savage? Sausage, you there?
Yo, I'm here.
All right, welcome, Sausage, to the show. How you doing?
So I dropped it in the news section. I don't know if you saw it, but we lost the fucking co-main event this weekend. It's getting moved to the following weekend because, the main event dropped out.
Refresh my memory. Who was the co-main event?
Dong versus Ricky Simone is getting moved to the main event of the next card.
Is it? Oh, for fuck's sake.
Breaking news. It's in the news section.
Oh.
The story.
Oh, damn, that's a good fight. Shit, so that's a main event now?
Yep.
That's a bummer. Hold on, let me see. That's a bummer. I was looking through the card and shit. When was this dropped?
Just a little while ago, right before you took phone calls.
Oh my God. Hold on, let's see. Breaking news. Breaking sausage news. We're going to call this Breaking Sausage, a new segment on this show. Breaking sausage news.
That doesn't sound very comfortable.
What?
Breaking sausage.
Breaking sausage news. Penetrating sausage news. How about that? Well, you've inspired me. I might have to make a song. Penetrating sausage news. What do you think, Jesse?
It doesn't really make much sense.
What? He's penetrating our fucking ears with some news. What do you think, sausage? Should we do penetrating sausage news?
Yeah, we'll think of something.
Okay. All right. Okay, let's see. Song Yadong versus Ricky Simone set a new main event for UFC Vegas 72. Come on. That's a bummer. I was actually looking forward to that fight.
Nobody's going to watch that.
What, this fight? Dude, this fight's a banger. Like, I was trying to actually figure out who I was going to pick. Ricky Simone was the favorite.
Song, of course. Song
You gonna
Yadong.
pick Song?
Oh, hell yeah.
I think Simone gets him, though.
Song Yadong for the win, baby.
Ricky Simone's on a tear, man.
Yeah, isn't Song on a losing streak?
Yeah, Song hasn't looked that great.
Song's got this.
But, okay. That's a bummer.
Yeah, he just lost.
Hold on a second
Hagen.
here. This is from
Wonderful.
from Paper Towels.
I'm here to clean Izzy's nut off the last guy's face.
What the fuck? All right, thank you.
I have a feeling I know who that was. I won't say.
All right. Okay. All right. So what else do we got?
Fuck. So what the hell's Volkanovski's telling Max to like get out of his fucking division because he's beating up all his fucking contenders.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no one else is gonna get a shot. Max is like, nope. I'm just gonna keep beating him until we fight a fourth time.
Well, Izzy just proved anything can happen. Fight enough times. That one time you might be able to get it.
I mean, it just seems like it's getting worse for Max when he fights Volk. It seems like it just progressively gets more lopsided in favor of Volk. But yeah, it's true. Anything can happen. Listen, a fourth fight is inevitable unless Volk moves up to 155. But I feel it is inevitable.
I guess, man. Because, yeah, I think he definitely Volk beats Jair, so. And damn, it looks like we're going to get another fucking fight with Max unless Korean Zombie comes back somehow and fucking kicks his ass, which I don't see happening.
Yeah. Did he really call out Korean Zombie? Did he really do that?
Yeah, I saw on Twitter today. Like, wait, what? Like, wasn't he on a losing streak? Then I checked and he just lost to fucking Volkanovski. So, I mean, okay, he just lost to the champ. So,
oh my
I can
God.
see that happening.
Wow.
I thought he was on a longer losing streak, but I guess not.
Yeah, that just seems completely unfair.
Well, that's pretty much like one of the only guys he hasn't fought in the top contention.
Yeah.
Yeah, Max has never fought fucking Korean Zombie.
I mean, it is a unique. I mean, do you want to see that? Listen, I love the Korean Zombie, but we all know he's done. Like, he is done. He looks like shit. Like, I don't care what anyone says. This dude is not the same person anymore. Max would fuck him up.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, I don't need to see that. I don't know if I need to see Max just beat the shit out of Korean Zombie.
Well, somebody's got to put the final nail in the coffin. I'll go off a bang.
Just give it to him. Yeah, well, I mean, you got hardcore fans on both sides that would be interested, but I don't know, man. I'm not interested at all.
Other than that, I don't know. Max needs to fucking bulk up and go 155 because he ain't beating Volk. So, I mean, what's the point? Just beat up the fucking contenders and ruin everything.
Yeah, well, do you think Max could beat Islam?
I think, well, I mean, Poirier kind of fucked him up both times. So, I mean, if he put on the proper weight now, I mean, he might have a better shot, but,
you know what's funny?
That's a good question.
Remember when Max was going to fight Khabib? Could you have...
Yeah, I do remember. We almost fucking had that fight.
Think about how bad that would have been for Max, though. Like, now, in hindsight, looking back, how bad do you think that would have been for Max?
Yeah, he probably would have gotten Edson Barboza.
He would have got killed. Khabib would have killed him, man. I understand making 145 is probably not the healthiest for Max, but if he can keep on doing it, stay there as long as you can, man. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if 155. I know he's a big guy, you know, for 145, but I'm sorry. I don't want to see him go up to 155 and just lose a bunch of fights.
Maybe he should just take mighty fights now or something. Do like the whole Nate thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, listen, he's 31 years old. If he can keep on making featherweight, just stay there. Just stay there and chill. Who knows? Maybe Volkanovski gets hit by a car or something.
Fucking kangaroo attacks him.
Yeah, wild, rabid kangaroo rips his fucking head off. I think Volk beats the kangaroo. At this stage, Volk has been so good, he beats the kangaroo.
Bring back kangaroo boxing. Come on.
Yeah. Okay. So this guy said he was on the... Who's on... This guy's not even in the queue. Is he on... I don't know. Some guy... Nicholas says 17 minutes waiting on Discord. Tech. Incompetent, probably. He just... All right, I'll call him. I'll call him after this. Hang in there. You're not on hold. You're just sitting in our Discord.
He's probably not even watching the show. He's probably not even watching the show, so he doesn't understand why he's on hold. So he probably thinks that you're just...
No, he's in the chat. He's in the chat.
Oh.
All right. Anything else, Savage?
Yeah, I really hope Blaydes on the play fucking spoilers Sergey this weekend, dude. I fucking like Sergey. I think he could give a fucking John Jones a real good fight.
Mm-hmm.
I like it better than Jones versus Blaydes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what anyone says.
So you want the white guy to win?
Yeah, my inner racist is coming out.
You just say you want Russian Michael Cera to win. That's who you want?
I don't know. Blaydes, he's a good fighter and all, but how many really exciting fights does he have under his belt? Where you're like, oh, you remember that one fight with Blaydes?
I think, well, I mean, he's been in a couple, like, but yeah, the Volkov fight stands out. Dana White was miserable with that one. Aspinall fight doesn't count because Tommy Aspinall got hurt. Let me refresh my memory. But here's what I like Curtis Blaydes. He reminds me of the guy from The Green Mile. You know, Michael Clark Duncan. He's like that lovable giant teddy bear that has like a speech impediment. And,
oh my God, that movie.
You know?
Here, balls.
Yeah, he fucking beat Rosenstrike. He got clipped by Lewis. The Volkov fight was terrible. He finished Dos Santos. Finished Shamil. Man, Shamil is like just like a stepping stone for everybody. Finished Overeem. And that was in 2018. I mean, yeah. I mean, listen, there are fights where he does play it safe. But his striking has gotten a little bit better. And his wrestling, I think he's the best wrestler at heavyweight, right? I guess with John Jones now in the mix, you can argue. But other than John Jones, I mean, Blaydes is the best wrestler, right?
What about Stipe?
Yeah, actually, Stipe is pretty good. I forgot he's even on the right. Is he fighting again? Like, I don't know. Seems like you don't want that. Is it John or whose fault is that?
No, Stipe called him out on it when the fight got pushed back.
John's waiting until he's 45.
It's Jones.
Huh?
Because he said something on Twitter like, "Oh, I'm the one who's scared," and you're the one who doesn't want to take the fight in July.
Yeah, maybe it is Jones. Maybe Jones is playing games, waiting for him to get older and older. Yeah, Stipe is a good wrestler too. You know what though? I'll say it. I'll say Blaydes is a better wrestler than Stipe. I know I'm probably gonna catch heat for it, but I think Blaydes has very good wrestling. I really do. He's such a big, strong grappler. So yeah, I'm gonna say Blaydes is the best wrestler. I mean, Stipe is overall better, but just strictly wrestling, I would have to go with Blaydes.
All right. I guess that's it.
Okay. Thank you. All right. Have a good night.
Yeah. Later, 5 months.
He sounds very depressed. He sounds sad. I should have played the music, the piano music.
Oh, snap. Yeah.
Someone cheer that guy up.
Come on, get loud. MMA-Holes in the crowd. Come on, get loud. MMA-Holes in the crowd. Got MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd. MMA-Holes in the crowd.
I'm going to Trailer Town to Dead Sausage.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. All right, I see in our news section two people want to speak, so I'll call them. Thank you, D-Rest, for the donation. Really appreciate that, my man. D-Rest, the champion of the Monday Night Show. Okay, let's call up Steve Austin. Steve Austin. I'm ready. Steve Austin. Steve Austin, you there?
Yes, Moz. How are you, bro?
I'm good, man. Wow, how you doing?
It's the madman from...
Where are you from? It broke up. Uh-oh.
I'm the big guy from Australia.
Oh, from Australia. Very nice. What time is it over there?
It is 2:15.
2:15. All right, so who are you in the chat?
We've got a bit of a delay, mate.
What the fuck is that in the background? Dude, what is in the background over there?
Crows.
Crows, okay. Those are your crows or just wild crows?
I'm in Byron Bay.
Okay, very nice. Oh, this is exciting.
I like how this guy talks.
Yeah, you got a great accent. So how long have you been in the community?
Longer than it shows on my thing.
Okay. How drunk are you right now?
Not very drunk, Moz. It's just that we've got a bit of a relay here because I'm on the other side of the world.
Yeah. It's wild, huh? The the magic of technology has brought us together. This is exciting, though.
Mate, it's gone all screw with, but it's awesome to hear from you.
It is awesome. I do. And who are you in the chat? What's your name in the chat?
I mixed it up. I'm multi-personality disorder. I'm dealing with it.
Okay. You have a multi-person. So who is what's your favorite account to use in the chat? There's some delay.
Probably Johnny Connor.
Johnny Connor?
I have yeah.
Okay.
But all good in the hood. The thing is, Moz, I'll have to call you back because I'm on the other side of the world and something's gone weird.
Okay. All right. Yeah, do so.
Love you guys. Love ya. See you soon. I'll try again later.
All right, my man. There it is. I like that guy.
Oh my god.
I fucking like that. We
He's
need to
got a
sync
great
up.
Personality.
We need to sync up with
I bet
that guy.
the conversation would be fantastic
Yeah.
if you guys could have no delay.
Yeah, that guy's he's a I don't know what just happened there, but I enjoyed it. All right, Jay Blowful. Oh, this is your guy, Jess. Jay Blowful came back in. Call him up. Okay. Let's see if we get Jay Blowful on the phone. Jay Blowful.
No, Adolf, he has a good personality because he doesn't sound all depressed and gloomy. Like, I feel like...
Jay, you there?
Yeah, can you guys hear me?
Hey, what's up, man? Yeah.
Hey, trying to be quiet because I got people sleeping, but I just wanted to say that I've been listening since New York. I joined right after Michael passed, and you know, it's great to talk to you guys. You guys got me through a lot of hard times, so yeah.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, we saw you pop into the chat not too long ago. You said you've been with the community for a minute. So since New York, that's awesome.
Yeah, I kind of took a step away. Just been dealing with some personal problems, but everything's all good now. So I'm back.
Well, welcome back, man. It's good to have you back. Is this the first time you've called?
Yeah, this is the first time I've called.
Oh, cool. Very cool. So what part of the world are you from? You sound from the U.S.
Yeah, I live down in Arkansas.
Oh, okay. Good stuff. Good stuff. So you've been a UFC fan for a minute?
Oh yeah, for a long time since the '90s, probably since the first Royce Gracie DVDs, the old UFC 1, UFC 2.
That's good
stuff.
stuff.
I've been watching for a minute.
Good stuff. What do you think about the state of the UFC right now?
I think it's great. I think it kind of blew up. It went from only being able to watch it on DVDs to being able to watch it on Fox and on ESPN. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's crazy, right? Especially you watching it from back in the day when you had everyone fighting everyone and it was just like a fucking crazy blood sport, to now an actual legitimate, like, real sport. It's crazy, right?
Yeah, I think it might actually end up making it to the Olympics one day. I think that's, it went from the senators, John McCain, everybody trying to say, all it is a blood sport and it's crazy, to, might actually become an actual Olympic sport.
Yeah, that'd be something. That would, Dana would love that. Dana would be just patting himself on the back, like, I did it again,
For sure.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure about this UFC WWE merger, though. I think it kind of, I don't want to say delegitimizes the sport, but it makes it's kind of odd. Like, you've got like a fake side and you've got an actual sport.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not sure how those two go together.
Well, the good news is Dana is saying that they're not really going to cross over too much. It's not really going to mingle together. So I think
they have already, though.
Yeah. Oh, you mean like with what, like Brock and stuff?
Well, yeah, Brock and Ronda. And,
yeah.
Like there's a lot of athletes that I could see crossing over. Like, Jorge, I think would be good over there. I think Colby would be fucking fantastic. But
going in that direction,
I think the opportunity.
Yeah, going off in that direction, it doesn't hurt.
And the Big Show would be great in the octagon.
He'd get his ass whooped. That's what.
Is he even fighting any? Is it Big
I don't know.
The Big Show? Is he still?
He had a TV show for a while, like one of those reality, like they followed his family around. It was pretty good. I watched it.
Interesting.
Do you remember the Big Show's theme song, Moss?
It's the Big Show.
Yeah.
Is that it? Yeah, I know it.
No, it's the Big Show.
I didn't know the part.
So you guys think that Max going to 155 would be a bad idea?
Yeah.
I think there's a shitload of fights for him. Like, could you imagine him fighting Gaethje and then, the Poirier rematch? I actually don't think the Poirier fight was that bad. Like, he didn't get his ass whooped. Like, yeah, he lost the fight for sure, but, I mean, it was competitive.
I mean, was it really? The second one?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, man. Like, I remember him getting battered. Now you're going to make me watch this thing again, but I remember Poirier just had his number. It was just, I was like, damn, man. Like, because I was rooting for Max in that fight, but
Wasn't it like a last minute thing? Didn't they come together at the last minute or something happened?
Shit. How did that come together? It probably was. Someone must have fell out for Poirier. I can't remember. Do you remember, Jess?
Nah.
Wasn't it like Max was supposed to fight Khabib and then something happened to Khabib, so he ended up having to fight Poirier to be like the #1 challenger, and then that challenger was going to fight Khabib? Isn't that what happened?
It could be. Chat, let me know in the chat if you remember. I don't remember what the circumstances were, but it sounds familiar. It sounds like someone needed a dance partner and then they threw that together, but I don't remember. I remember Max just going up. Like, I know he was going to fill in short notice to fight Khabib, but that wasn't with the Poirier situation. So I can't remember.
Yeah, because remember, like, that was the fight for the #1 contender to end up fighting Khabib. I think that's what it was. It was going to be a champion versus champion fight. That's how Poirier got his shot, right?
I remember, what's it called? Holloway was cutting weight and he was like stuttering during media scrums, and a lot of people were like, "All right, you got to stop, fighting at featherweight, fight at a more healthy weight." So I think, here we go. Max took Tony's spot when he fell with the cord. Oh, yeah. That's for Khabib, but that never fell through. So how did he get linked up with Poirier again? I can't remember.
I'm pretty sure that's the way it went. Like, it was supposed to be Max took Tony's spot, so Max was supposed to fight Khabib, and then something happened to Khabib, and then it ended up being Poirier versus Max.
You might be right.
Contender.
Yeah, you might be right. Shit, man.
So I think if they run it back, it's going to be much more competitive, especially since, how old is Poirier now? He's in his mid-30s, right?
Yeah, he's older. He's definitely older than Max. He's got to be, 34? 34? Let me see, Dustin.
Yeah, I'm a huge Dustin fan. Don't get me wrong. I'd have a hard time picking between the two, but I think if you ran that back, it would be way more competitive.
Yeah, I mean, I do feel, listen, anything can happen, right? But I do feel that Poirier just got his number, and I feel like Poirier is just getting better and better. Yeah, he's 34 years old.
Yeah.
34,
Like,
so.
dude, that Poirier-Chandler fight was insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I think Gaethje, too, is a way different fighter now as well. He's fighting more reserved, and he's not going in guns blazing like a freaking lunatic anymore.
You know, I don't like this new Gaethje. I think he's slowing down. I really do. I think if Max and him fought, I think Max would probably win that.
So you're saying, what, he outpoints him?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't think either of them get knocked out or anything, but yeah, I think he would. I mean, Max is like, his cardio is insane, like on another level. Like, the guy never stops throwing punches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's a good fight. I still would pick Gaethje. So would you pick Max over Gaethje?
I think so.
I mean, think about how good Fiziev is. And how Gaethje was able to just shut him down, right? Like, he had the perfect game plan. He went in there. He didn't take any unnecessary chances. And he took out a dynamic striker like Fiziev.
Yeah, I didn't. Who did Fiziev beat to be able to fight Gaethje? I don't remember much about that guy.
I mean, Gaethje was the biggest step up for Fiziev, that's for sure. But I'm trying to think. Well,
Okay.
RDA, right? Fiziev beat RDA.
Yeah, RDA's like been washed up for years, man. Like, that guy, nah.
All right, RDA versus Holloway right now. Who would win?
Holloway would destroy that guy.
Wow.
100%. Unless it went to the ground, but I still think Max has never been held to the ground.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Max got good takedown defense. He does. Interesting. Yeah, so your team Max. I tell you what, I might go RDA. I know RDA's past his prime, but I think RDA can hold him against the fence. And he.
I mean, there's not a huge weight difference. You know, there's 10 pounds. I think Max probably walks around at 170, 180, somewhere around there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I think he cuts way, way too much weight. And moving to 155 might actually make him better.
It's possible. It is possible. Full camp, healthy weight cuts. You never know. You never know. Especially if he's coming in on short notice against Poirier. I got to go back and check now. And now you got me thinking. Because if that is the case, yeah, full camps change a lot. They definitely do. Very interesting. All right. Well, listen, man. I appreciate you calling in. It was good chatting with you.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Okay.
You guys have a good night.
You too. All right. Oh, we got some more peeps sliding in late. You guys late bloomers over here? All right. We'll take a couple of calls, and then we'll wind this thing down. I want to thank everyone for stopping by. We've been live for 2 hours and 20 minutes, going strong, taking phone calls. I'd say Max moves to 180, 155 is inevitable. Yeah, it seems like that's his plan. I don't think he will do well at 155. I don't. I understand he's a big guy at 145. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, there's good matchups, interesting things, but it's like, is Max Olson going to be able to knock people out at 155? I don't think so. Is he going to be able to just sit there and outpoint these guys that have heavier hands? I don't know, man. You're telling me RDA, who took down Colby Covington, can't take Max down? Yeah, I think RDA beats Max. I do. I think RDA would be a problem for Max. But you never know. You never know. That's the thing. That's what makes these fights interesting. You got us thinking one way. You got the last caller thinking that way. And, if you have enough people thinking Max is going to win, you got to make these fights because now we got to know. But, listen, nothing against Max. But I feel like featherweight is so perfect for him. I understand the weight cut, but it seems like his weight cuts have been fairly decent now. It seems healthy now. For some reason, I don't know what he's changed in his life. Then again, he did come off a relationship and has this new smoking hot wife now. Maybe that's helped his weight cuts. I don't know. Maybe she's sucking the semen out of his cock. I have no idea. All right, let's see. We'll take two more here. Pulse, you there?
Yo, can you hear me?
How's it going, Pulse?
Wonderful. How are you?
I'm well, man. We're going to take two quick calls over here. So what's on your mind?
Okay, I'll be brief. I was going to ask, I posted in the community section on my channel. I wanted to piggyback off the last caller. If the Olympics had MMA, what country do you think would win?
If the Olympics had MMA, what country? Russia.
You think so?
Russia all day.
See, I think a lot of people would say Russia or Brazil, but in my opinion, I think America would take it.
Think so?
Yeah, because we have the current bantamweight champion, we have light heavyweight champion, and the #1 pound for pound fighter at heavyweight, and we got Cejudo and we got Bo Nickel to round out that team. So I think America would take it.
Interesting. Well, there's different weight classes, so it would be interesting to see. I tell you what, I would love that in the Olympics. That would actually make me watch the Olympics. I haven't watched the Olympics in forever, but that would make me interested. But I mean, listen, how could you not say like the #1? So you're saying America would be better than Russia in MMA in the Olympics?
I mean, if it was like if we compiled a team of different weight classes to go against different countries' teams, we would have a team that I think would take the gold.
Okay. Well, I hope you're right. It would be nice to see, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, you look at our champions now; it's just a mix. It's a mixed bag of tricks. So there's nothing. It depends what weight class you're talking about, you know. But I don't know. I don't know. It's. I guess every answer is correct because we're not going to see it for a while.
Right. All right. Well, that's all I got, man. Later.
All right. Be good, Pulse. It's a good question, actually. It's actually a solid. Pulse actually he pulls these. I like when Pulse calls because he just pulls something out of the woodwork, and you're like, you know what? That makes you think. Like who would be the strongest MMA country? American 375 million people, Russia 150. Yeah, but think about it. Like some of these people are raised in ways that Americans would never know. You know? Like just complete poverty and just all they know is like fighting from birth. You know, like I feel like some of these countries are breeding these humans like right from the very beginning to be just fucking killers. So I mean, I would love to say, yeah, America's the best, but I would probably put my money in other countries. You know, not rooting wise, but if I was a gambling man, I'd probably do that. But I mean, there's so many countries out there. Like I'm just throwing Russia. I mean, there's so many. You got Chechnya, Dagestan. Yeah, I mean, yeah, there's so many. Like I'm just saying Russia, but there's so many. There's so many ways for the U.S. to lose. You know, you can't count out Brazil. You can't. It's interesting. It is an interesting question. All right, here we go. Final call, and then we out of here. Oh, what happened here? Is he still on hold? All right, we'll see the tropical Tom. Tom, you there? Going once. Going twice. Sold. All right. We try, Tom. We try getting you in. All right. I want to say, hold on a second. Let me let these play real quick.
Let's go, champ.
Champion and Ryan Kills, a membership. Thank you so much, Ryan. Appreciate it. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. I don't know how many months.
Let's go, champ.
I don't know how many months, but thank you, champ. Blue belt. Mike H., thank you for being a champion. Thank you, my man. Let's go, champ. He says, Mas, I need a hug. Bring it in. Bring it in, baby. Bring it in. All right, guys. 6 months, Ryan. Thank you. He's got the Nate Diaz. Thank you, Ryan. I want to say a big thanks to everyone that popped in the stream tonight. Everyone that hit that like button, thank you very much. Completely free. And I appreciate you taking your time out to just click that like button. Appreciate that very much. Young Fatty just gifted a membership. Let's go. Who got it? Who got the Young Fatty membership? The gift at the buzzer.
Let's go, champ.
Mike, you're a member, baby. Come on, champ. Thank you, Young Fatty, with the gift. Thank you so much. I want to say a big fat thank you to everyone that donated tonight, especially D-Rest. D-Rest, you went fucking above and beyond. I appreciate it very much. Thank you. Thank you to our patrons, our members, everyone that financially supports us. Thank you to our sponsors. And we will see you on Wednesday night. We're going to get more into the fights happening this Saturday. We're doing a fight reaction show, so make sure you subscribe, you hit the notification bell. Always remember to hit that like button, and don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA hole.